Are we live? What's up, you big feckin' birds? I said feckin'. It's not technically the real F word. Can you hear me okay? Am I loud enough? I'm trying not to be too loud because Dade's boyfriend's sick and we don't know what's wrong with him. But he's paced out. And this is a very tiny place. I don't want to wake him and the Hoogan up. The Hoogan will be grumpy and he will immediately want to go outside at the beginning of the street. How are you doing this morning? How is everyone? Oh my God, there's a lot of chat here. Is this what happens when you warn everyone in advance that you're about to wake up and talk some smack? Not really. I'm not really going to talk smack. Although I did miss you kids yesterday. Your dad was not feeling good either. Your dad had a headache and decided it's time to take a day off because your dad's been working, going to school, really overloaded my plate with work. Then trying to stream every day. But also the Hoogan was sick. Everything's been going on. And your dad has an album coming up, and I should be preparing for that. Then I have not been. And then we have a wrestling show coming up that is a comedy wrestling show that your dad will tell you about as time gets near. But I've just been so busy, and I was like, I need a day. And I slept all day and watched crazy movies from the 90s, from my childhood. We rewatched all of Back to the Future. Why did your dad's boyfriend was sick? We watched the Icebox on Little Giants. Oh my God. So good. So good. We watched Serial Mom. Oh my God. That was crazy. That was really crazy. You forget about things on movies that you grew up watching that you love. You forget things and then you get references all over again. It hits different when you're older and you watch it. The goal was to find the movie Dutch with Al Bundy. Did not find it on Netflix. Hello. Good morning, everybody. I'm just clicking through all of y'all saying good morning. Good morning. Got the coffee. I did deserve a day off. Thank you so much. Dad was very tired. Hello. Hello, everybody. How have you been? You been big feckin' birds? Yeah, I have not had that kind of day in a long time. And I really didn't get a choice because I was just passing in and out. We were all very sick. Your dad usually gets over it pretty quick. Like anytime I get sick, it's like a day or two. It's never like a long drawn out thing, unless it's allergies, but this hit hard. Oh my God. I was going around the house like, do we have a gas leak? What's going on here? We didn't have a gas leak, luckily. But I mean, we both had headaches to the moon. It was crazy. It was probably because, they mowed the lawn and your dad has the worst allergies. It's just Central Texas. It's just the allergies here are so fucking bad. It's on Fix-A-Vision, but I have Fire Stick. Are you talking about Dutch? God, I want to see that movie again. And we want to watch Angus. Remember Angus, the kid with the bowl cut? And then I was like, is Pumpkin still a thing? Like, can you even watch that anywhere? Because I couldn't believe that movie existed. If you don't know about Christina Ricci's Pumpkin, holy shit. And I'm not saying her pet pumpkin. I'm saying the movie Pumpkin with Christy. I was just thinking about how absurd 90s movies were and trying to figure out and even late 80s, trying to figure out is that really what I remember? If you guys haven't seen the movie Pumpkin, just look up the trailer on YouTube. It's insane. I cannot believe that movie was allowed to exist. Angus is hilarious. Rudy, remember that movie? Good morning, Hudson. I'm telling the kids about the movie Pumpkin starring Christina Ricci and wondering if that's still available on all the streaming services. Because some of the shit we watched back then was crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Rhoda needs to get to the bottom of it. I was watching Adam Sandler movies. Yes. Oh my God. My favorite was Grandma's Boy. Even though it wasn't really necessarily an Adam Sandler movie, Grandma's Boy will always be the best. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, Christina Ricci rules. Now and Then was one of my favorite movies ever growing up. And Hocus Pocus. Yeah, Rhoda 2024, dude. Get her on the ticket. And I took a nap and I woke up and one of my favorite bands ever, Tenacious D, fucking broke up because some fuck shit. Because one was talking out of pocket, the other didn't agree. Ugh. It's just so sad. Your dad and his boyfriend got to open for them once at a festival called Fantastic Fest, and they are amazing. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was so cool to get off stage and just get to stand there and watch them just do their thing. And it was such a tiny environment. Like, it's really tiny room. So it was so cool. And then to wake up yesterday, or this morning, I guess I should say, and be like, wait, what happened? What? The cage and the Jables are no more? It's horrifying. Sad, sad news. Yeah, Now and Then is the best. Yeah, Jack Black does rock. I mean, they both rock. That's why it sucks, because it's like, God damn it. You know, it's just probably he's going to get a bunch of threats from crazy people now, and he's probably pissed about it, and he should be, because, you know, when someone talks out of pocket about politics, people come running from, you know, the other side to freak out on them. And that's what happens. You get a lot of shit. You get the same thing. Like, some crazy shit happens in the news. People get doxxed. It's terrible. I'm sure he's probably fucking pissed. So it is what it is. It just sucks, man. Tenacious D fucking ruled. Can't remember the name of their delivery guy best friend, but he was really funny too. He had his own little thing. Anyways, yeah, that was weird. And then a lot of people died the other day. Oh my God. I thought it was just Richard Simmons, but there were a few more. I can't even name them. There's so fucking many. It's really weird. It's been a crazy couple of days. But it was also weird taking a day off from you kids, because I just wasn't used to that. You do really get addicted, don't you? I totally remember when things didn't have to be PC. Yeah, like, I mean, not saying they are anymore. I mean, if anything, people are just saying exactly anything they feel, or they're just talking shit without remembering repercussions. And now it's become, there's no middle ground. I think the middle ground is what we're missing. You know what I mean? Some people are too PC and some people are not PC at all. They're just fucking assholes. So, like, what about the middle? You know what I mean? When it was just like people got jokes. It's fucking wild. I don't know. I guess when people weren't so reactive to words. I mean, I don't know. It's, you know, and it's touchy, because some people do talk too much shit and need to get hit. And some people don't talk enough and they don't stand up for themselves. There's no real middle ground anymore. Everything's so extreme. Fucking weird. Was it Australia that was in? Damn, the government's talking about deporting him? Well, he's got to leave soon anyway. What's the problem? And also, how is it that a country where you could just casually say cunt is, like, pissed? I don't know. It's fucking wild. I mean, agree to yeah, nobody can agree to disagree anymore. But, like, every day people are threatening to shoot the other side, you know? And then this guy is making the same comment. I mean, they're both wishing that each other dies. Like, it's not like this is shocking. Like, and he's a rock star. Remember when Tommy Lee's dick was on a boat? Remember that? I mean, people have done Rammstein. They've done some fucking wild. Everybody, fucking Prodigy. Remember the music we used to listen to? Remember back when the guy from It's Been, which I know every fucking word to, that fucking song. The guy from It's Been 1 Week, Bare Naked Ladies. Remember when he was just slamming coke? No one said shit. Fucking wild. You talk about Pumpkin, such a good movie. I think a lot of us are in the middle. It's just that the really loud ones are on either side, and us middle people know there's yeah, right? It's just throw your hands down. Everyone's throwing their hands up. I'm just gonna leave mine down. They're tired. Like, who fucking needs to fight over this shit? I just can't believe good bands are breaking up over that. Remember when good bands broke up because they, like, fucked each other's wife on their wedding day? Remember that? Remember when it was real shit? When it's like, oh, you fucking killed my brother. Like, that type of shit. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, everybody, like, it's so wild. Yes. I did see that. I did see that. That was crazy. Honestly, I think that's Adam's best impression out of all the ones he does. And Gillis does the best Trump. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, it's so good. Yeah, I don't. Well, you know, I think rock and roll is alive. It's just not it's not hair metal or whatever like it used to be. Like, like, every fucking generation of rock and roll hits. You know what I mean? New metal hits. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, you know that we used to talk shit about Creed too. And now Can You Take Me Higher and watching the Super Bowl performance, it's not even ironically good anymore. It's fucking makes you feel good. Like, if Creed showed up and did a fucking concert right now, I'd be stoked. If you would have talked to me in high school, I'd be like, ew, oh my God, ew. Like, everything hits now. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, the era of the darkness in the mid 2000s, that hits. All of it hits. From Led Zeppelin to fucking Screamo, it all hits. It's just, what's the next one? You know what I mean? What's going to be next? I'm listening to you all. DoorDash, thank you for being on this early morning to give me humor and entertainment and facts. And I thought you meant facts like fax machine. I'm like, shit, I'll fax you right now. I got a built-in fax machine on my printer. And memories and everything else in that fruit salad. Oh, you're welcome, Mary. And thank you for listening and being so kind and letting me see that cute little fluffy kitty. Oh my God, he's so cute. And I'm compiling a date's fridge for the next episode. I want to do it this one, but you guys sent me so much. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to make Dad's going to turn into mom for a day and make a collage. I cannot wait. Top of the morning to ya. The dog making them grilled cheese is making them at night. That lifestyle, though, PC. Yeah, and the thing is, fucking Creed, dude. Have you watched it? Don't make me do. I don't even care if it gets a copyright strike. We're already derailed. Fuck it. You guys want to see some shit? Creed at the Super Bowl, y'all. You don't even know, dude. You don't even fucking know. Okay, you don't even know. This was a Thanksgiving halftime show, and it was fucking amazing. Let me do it right at the part. Let me do it right at the... No, we're not going to do it there. We'll do it right here. Oh, God, I don't... Copyright. Yeah, because they're stealing from someone else. This was the... First of all, don't make me... You guys fucked around, and now you're going to find out, okay? Listen, I don't care if you're... Listen, I listened to Glassjaw. I stood on their stage while they performed their reunion tour. I was there for Refused, okay? After their 10 years, I was standing there when they went, cannot scream. Like, I've been to a bunch of Kiss concerts, dude. Like, listen to me. I'm not above it. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I have good taste in music. I'm fucking proud of it, too. And I do listen to bluegrass. I don't give a fuck. I listen to Monsters of Folk. I listen to fucking Britney Spears. I don't give a fuck. I listen to Head Automatica, dude. I'll listen to anything. As long as it's good. It doesn't matter the genre. Creed fucking sucked because we were snobs and we cared about what people thought. We walked around in the typo negative shirts, even though we knew it depressed the fuck out of us. We walked around in the coal chamber shirts thinking we were badasses. When in reality, they weren't that fucking good. They were okay. You know what I mean? We all pretended to like shoegaze. All right? We did that. Deftones were okay. All right? They were all right. I know some of you fucking love them. I know that you're still stuck on that. But let's be honest, Pearl Jam fucking slapped. And anybody who called me a pussy back then can eat my ass right now. Because Pearl Jam was my favorite fucking band. As was a band called Tsunami Bomb. I'm not above it. With arms wide open. Yes, dude. That's what I mean. It's as a kid, you're like, this fucking Christian music is fucking lame. But then as an adult, it's like, dude, so was Zayo. So was Killswitch Engage. Don't even act like you were fucking above it. Okay? And if you didn't know that, now you know. Zayo was fucking Christian rock. Okay? Do you remember Under Oath? Do you remember Norma Jean? Norma Jean was a fucking Christian rock band. Memphis Will Be Laid to Waste. That shit was the best. You saw Britney dance? Did you see the circus? Like, it was all good. It was all... Britney fucking slapped, dude. So did Christina. I'm a Janie and a Bahana. That shit fucking ruled. Pussycat Dolls fucking ruled too. With Snoop Dogg. Loosen up my... Natalie Imbruglia doing a remake of Torn? Bet you didn't know that was a remake. You want to talk Christian rock? I'll talk to you about the Newsboys. The Breakfast Song. I went and saw the W's live in concert, dude. I saw the W's live in concert, dude. I've seen the Toadies. I've seen I've seen Flicker Stick, unfortunately. We've also seen like fucking all the like little, where they Slick Shoes. I've seen them live. fucking, this is an NMX PX house, baby. We don't even care, dude. We don't even care. Yeah, Under Oath fucking rules. I saw Under Oath with Dead Poetic and Scarlett and Norma Jean in Dallas at Trees. I don't fuck around. Dude, Motley Crue and Kiss are tied for the amount of fucking farewell tours. It's crazy. My roommate took me to a Bane concert against my will, and I liked it, okay? Circle takes the square. Dude, Newsboys, and the milk can hide the sugar. There's something to behold. I went to a W's concert. Did I say that yet? You are the devil, and the devil is bad. I saw Kiss at Download Fest. Gene Simmons did a zip line. Yeah, he does that. During God of Thunder, he fucking bleeds out of his mouth while he's floating above you. Fucking Peter Criss used to do it before he fucking wasn't there. When they had Tommy Thayer too. They all floated, dude. Tommy Thayer and Ace Frehley used to fucking spray what was it? Fire out of where their cocks are. Yeah, Dead Poetic, dude. Evergreen Terrace. I saw some shit back in the day, okay? You saw Kansas in the park for free. God damn it. When I was in high school, I worked at a radio station. I had to work a Tool show, and I was not excited about it. And then I saw it live, and it was pretty sick. Maynard James Keenan hung upside down, painted like powder, naked, and contorted. And that was cool. Went to the last Ozfest. I mean, I fucking saw, listen, I saw System of a Down live. I Can Die Happy. That shit ruled. I don't give a fuck. I wore a Limp Bizkit shirt in high school, you guys. Yes, Chiodos, my friend, got on the bus, and let's just say she didn't get off for a day. I remember them. So does she. But yeah, listen, I'm going to play you this because you guys wanted to fucking get woke up. Here we go. You're about to get woke because the Hoogan needs to go outside and pee. And your dad is going to be singing this along with you. And let's hope we don't get a copyright strike because this shit's happening. Good morning, everyone. I'm fucking True Crime Fraser this morning. I'm True Crime Howard. I'm about to play you some shit. You're going to love this. You're gonna love the way you look. Do you understand? This is about to get fucking lit. This is what we did back in the day. This is 1080p, by the way. Best quality possible. Here you go. This is Creed. 9/11 tribute at the fucking halftime show at the fucking Super Bowl. Dallas fucking Cowboys, dude. Get ready.
Today, the Dallas Cowboys and the National Football League present an American holiday tradition with a halftime celebration to kick off the Salvation Army's Kettle campaign. Joining Gene and Jerry Jones of the Cowboy organization is Commissioner John Busby, National Commander of the Salvation Army. We hope that you will open your hearts and embrace those who are in need this holiday season at a time when giving and sharing will make all of us feel like champions.
It's alright if I stay asleep, 'cause I don't wanna leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, longing to escape from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where I'm not free? Can you take me higher to a place where gold is? Hello, my friend, meet again. It's been a while, where's your way again? Feels like forever. Within my heart of memories, a perfect love that you gave to me. Oh, I remember of yours will fly. This brings tears to my eyes, my sacrifice. I just want to say hello again.
I mean, I dare you not to fucking feel emotions right now. Like, what is wrong with you if you don't? Yes, he had hair, dude. Yes, he had hair. This is a pause in case they try to take me down. You can't take me down. I'm higher. You can't take me down when I'm higher. Is that Rock Chalk? Rock Chalk. We're watching Creed at the Super Bowl post 9/11, dude. Post 9/11, dude. Back when the country was fucking together. When we all had a common hatred that bonded us. When will we get that back? We need common hate. Yeah, you know what you hate? That you know every damn word. See what I mean? That's the Creed is gonna bring us back together, you guys. This fucking shit hits so hard. I don't even know why I stopped. Oh yeah, because YouTube's trying to silence me when I'm higher. They're trying to pull me down when I'm higher. But you know what? You can't pull this shit down. In fact, speaking of pulling me down, you can't do that. You know why? Because I'm about to hit up Rock Chalk this week. We're gonna have her on the show. Who brought up Mark Tremonti? Of course. Who did that? He's singing to a fucking track. Don't you dare. Don't you dare take me down when I'm higher. Yes. Listen to all of them. Also listen to Jewel just because she needs the hits. You know what I mean? New Kids on the Block, you're so fucking lucky. I love New Kids on the Block. That was my favorite band growing up. And then Hanson. And yes, I saw Hanson last year. In fact, I ran into Tone Bell at the concert. And if you don't know who that is, that's a comic. And he's going to hate that I said that. But yeah, he was there. Okay? Comics go see Hanson because they don't just like him ironically. Actually, he was dragged there. I went because I care. I saw a lot of people there, actually. A lot of people I didn't expect to see at the Hanson concert. And it was amazing. It was fucking great. Yes, dude. Alanis was my other favorite album. In order. It was like Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, Alanis Morissette, Hanson, fucking, oh God. The music was good. Beck. Remember Odelay? Remember Jamiroquai traveling without moving, dude? Fuck. How dare you, Adam? How dare you? Hate be gone. Hate be gone, dude. Demon, get out of my son. Demon, get out of my son. Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did. That song was about Dave Coulier, too. It's fucking wild. You saw Beck live? Okay, you're redeemed. You're redeemed. Let's get back to the fucking beautiful shit we were listening to. So good. What, do I gotta go back a little? I don't mind. Maybe I gotta minimize it and then bring it back. Dude, turntables and see chicks was the shit, dude. The rule. Yes, all this. Ooh. I want him singing behind me quietly while I affirm you all. Yes, you're right. You're all right. You are right. Go into work today and say, I'm right. Oh. Today I choose to be correct. Even if I'm not, I'm gonna yell at you that I am. That's right. You want to do yoga? You've never done it before? Guess what? You can bend today, bitch. Your boss gave everyone a raise except you? Trying to conjure up the fucking inspiration to hit them in the throat? That's your sacrifice. You do it. You must karate. Oh. You deserve that raise. Affirmations, bitch. Don't stab. Yep. Whatever life brings, I've been through everything, and now I'm perfect on my knees. Think about what you wanted to do in 2002. That wasn't a drug. You do that. Dude, yes, Moses. Home to my window. Was that her? It doesn't matter if it was. Whatever makes you feel this way, you guys. You got a bitch stalking you? Stalk them back. Stalk them back. Maybe. Maybe I will. Depends on if I will get a copyright strike. Look at him. Look at him. Sarah McLaughlin? That makes me want to adopt a kitten. Just thinking about her ass. Makes me want to feed a dog. I might feed the Hoogan today. I will. God damn, look at those Ricky from Trailer Park Boys pants. With the fucking jersey tucked in. You just saw them 6 months ago? God damn, how'd they look? I know Paul Stanley always looks good. Look at those dudes spinning. Can we go back? I gotta go back. Also, what the fuck? Was that? Who was that? Is that Jessica Simpson? Who walked up to him? Was that Mandy Moore? Who's that? Everything's gotta be so complicated. Good morning. Creed time. Who is this bitch? Is it Carla Homolka? Who is this? It's Carla Homolka. Oh, damn. Get away from Scott. Don't stop dancing. You can talk about Ani Michael. She had that song, I'm Not Angry Anymore. That song was the shit. What? This song? Yes. Don't Stop Dancing. We've got a choir. We've got guys on ribbon. We've got kids swaying. Dude, the community. The Lilith Fair community. Yep. That's where all the stinky bitches went to party, dude. Lilith Fair was this shit. Yeah, remember Brian Jones Sound Massacre, 3-year-old Jane? I saw them live. They got in a fight. Show ended after 2 songs. Remember them in the Dandy Warhols? That's way later, but still, goddamn. Same spirit, you know what I mean? Shit, remember Wicked Lester? Fucking Kiss, Baby Kiss, before it was Kiss? He had a dove. He released a fucking dove. He released a fucking dove, you guys. It's fucking wild, huh? Did that get you jacked and pumped? I didn't expect that. There's 45 of you here, and I made you listen to Creed at the Super Bowl. And I didn't get copyright struck, so that was exciting. Yeah, he wishes he didn't do the birthday cake. I bet he's pissed about that. Hey, happy birthday, Kyle. You're about to change the course of history, brother. He said you get one wish. The guy, he shouldn't have made his wish out loud. Now it's not going to come true. At the same time, he shouldn't have made that wish. Like, to begin with, apparently they didn't know each other very well, if that was a surprise. Or maybe he's just, I don't know. The whole thing's just dumb. It is just dumb. Oh my God, don't bring up Emery here. We're not going to talk about Emery. If we do that, we're going to have to talk about Audio Adrenaline. And then, what was the other one? Take 5 or something? Something 5. My boyfriend, Dad's boyfriend has that shirt from that whatever 5 band. Is it Jump 5? I don't know. He has one that's signed by all of them. Yeah, I saw Queens of the Stone Age at an ACL and I passed out. It was crazy. I don't remember what happened. It was like 105 outside. Man, open for Emery a handful of times. Oh my God. Were they a trip? They're always a trip, I bet. Okay. We got pumped. We got started. We're excited. Creed was on. Who can be upset? Don't make me put on Sum 41. I will go full blown Canadian. Also, Eagles of Death Metal fucking rules. Speaking of Queens. Yeah, dude. I honestly, old Incubus was my shit too. I can put on Incubus. Jesse's girl. Yep. We're going to keep going. We're going to have to do a playlist. Like Melanie. Just a general potato playlist. We're going to have to do it. You saw them twice last year. I'm fucking jealous. Okay. Why did I bring you here today? We're 30 minutes in. We better start. I can't just subject you to Creed and nothing else. But it's a good day. It's a good day, y'all, because I want to show you something cool. This, I brought up a guy in one of the episodes a while back when we were talking about, I think it was the Deb episode. Keep wanting to call her Lil Deb because I'm thinking in rapper terms. Now that I'm thinking about music, Aunt Deb. Excuse me. Aunt Deb, your auntie. Yes, Kitty. Oh my God, Kitty ruled, dude. Radiohead. Fuck. Even Avenged Sevenfold. That's like way off, but you know what I mean? I can't keep getting into this. Fuck. Saw the Toadies. Sum 41 banana. Yep. I remember Further Seems Forever. Like, that's how fucking. I went to a Dashboard confessional concert when I was 16. I snuck out of the city and drove to Austin from where I'm from, which is 2 hours away, to see Dashboard. My parents never knew. They'll find out if they watch this. Fuck. Okay. I was talking about in one of the last episodes about the Canton Select Board meetings and how they're fucking crazy. Yeah, they're nuts. But have you seen Flint City Council meetings featuring a man named Eric Mays? And some of you, oh, the Hoogan's ready. He's got to go out again. This is perfect timing. Some of you said no. And then a bunch of you emailed me to say, yes, please, yes, play this for everyone. So we're going to do that today while the Hoogan headbutts me. Let me put this on for you. Hopefully, again, no copyright strike. We'll see. I'm going to have to turn this down a little because he's super loud. But you guys thought Can't Select Board was crazy. I'm about to show you this shit. This is Eric Mays. He's a councilman from Flint, Michigan. He's notorious for stirring up shit. And his board meetings are a sight to behold. So please behold them while I walk the Hoogan.
Experts and don't know the basic rules. This is crazy. And we spend so much time on basic rules. Just basic.
Are you okay?
Are you telling
Are
me?
you okay, Miss Worthing? Are you
I see
okay?
that, but
Miss Worthing, are you okay? Why are you asking me am I okay? Is you okay?
I mean, you're just sitting in your chair.
And you be eating food like we at McDonald's. You be eating food like we at the smorgasbord. Don't complain, ain't nothing you do about it. That's every week, every day. You can't stop them from complaining. Shit, that's every
Mr.
day.
President, Mr. President,
Councilwoman.
now he's cursing. And he said, yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
we can record the record.
I want me to
Yeah,
say it
and so
again,
I want
damn.
you to be removed. You didn't say damn.
I say whatever I said, Miss Galloway. I ain't studying you.
Let's bring this thing
You need
order.
to go on with
Councilman.
yourself. You is an artist of
Councilman.
author confusion.
Point
You
of
like the
order.
devil.
Mr. Mays is violating the Disorderly Persons Act
I
and
mean,
needs
she
to
like
be
the devil.
removed.
I ain't studying her BS bull. You want me to say it? I'll say it again.
Now,
So we ain't acting
Are you guys
professional. Who
acting
was cussing?
professional? Are
Who
you
was
acting
cussing?
professional?
Who was cussing? Y'all all of a sudden professional now?
Yeah, are you acting
Who was
professional?
cussing? Let's get this
Act
meeting back in
professional.
order. We'll take a 5-minute recess without objection. Well, then y'all better focus because who cut? I want order. Y'all want to talk business or some other shit? I'm just getting tired of it. Is this a joke? Who was cussing? I just cussed. But who was you getting up talking about cussing? What's going on down there?
Because I said this is bullshit.
It is. And so now y'all having cross conversations and it just ain't been respectful. Did y'all plan this before y'all got here, the five of y'all? Had y'all had conversation previously? Which is swear to it or no, because this is ridiculous. You might would, because you honest and fast, but you want to criticize me.
I'm not criticizing
Ebenezer.
you. You said
Man, I ain't studying that. I'm gonna continue to call you Ebenezer because you act like you holier than thou, and you're talking about me. I'm Shiloh. This is way out of hand. Miss Galloway, you with it. Now this is where we at. Damn. It's a bunch of bull. Yeah, it is. And I want the whole city to know it. And I'm gonna point fingers. Monica Galloway arguing, fussing. And she the main one. He's doing points of orders. He's doing points of information. Mr. President, I want to hear from you.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Yeah. What is your
Mr.
point of
Bridges
order?
spoke twice.
He has not.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did a point of information.
He answered the
Well, that's
question,
fair.
Mr. Mayor.
Don't get hostile.
Well,
I can do that.
just-
Why not just do that? We not here.
You guys, Mr. Mays.
Well, I'm gonna make fun of you. You talk about me like a dog. I'm gonna dog you. I'm a politician. You ain't fooling me and these people neither. Everybody talking to me about you. That's on the say you indulged her on these 5-minute rules and the first and second. Now you indulged Miss Fields. It's on tape. Now she want to nitpick at me. You indulged her and it kept going in. I called the point of order. You don't remember? What are you waving his hand at me like it ain't a damn thing, like I ain't shit?
Come on. Either I can have Officer Metcalf.
We do need to get Rhoda in here. What do you guys
escort
think?
From the meeting, or you can.
This is crazy, right? This is crazy shit. Imagine every single meeting being like this, what you've seen so far. Because that's Eric Mays, dude. In fact, I'm going to speed his ass up because he's too slow. He'll drag it out. Sometimes he gets fucking crazy.
You can leave on your own.
I'll take the escort because I'm gonna sue. You can't remove me.
We'll
I'm
take a
elected
5-minute
for trying to
recess.
talk
You might not need
This
Rhoda.
is outrageous.
Good morning.
This is outrageous. This is outrageous.
This is outrageous.
Oh, they laugh. Y'all think it's funny that you can remove elected folks out their seat for talking about Democrats, Republicans, old administrations, and new and blight? This is getting ridiculous in front of the city of Flint, across the nation.
He is. Here's the thing about him.
Gestapo-style tactics.
So Eric Mays, he is a love him or hate him guy. If you ever watched Flint, the show, you'll realize that he is actually maybe not the best dude. If you pay attention in some future episodes, we're going to get into regarding clusters of missing women and gangs, you're going to see that some of these city council people in Flint have something very Canton-y about them. And the Canton thing they have about them, besides unhinged meetings, is that a lot of them are in the pockets of gangs. Eric Mays was constantly posing with a group. Can't remember if they're the Black Disciples or the Green Disciples, but he would pose with these gang leaders who were responsible for a lot of missing and murdered women, supposedly, allegedly, and some that outright were. Some that were arrested and imprisoned for trafficking, kidnapping, all sorts of shit. Some of the worst people ever. And we're going to talk about some clusters that, if you think LISK is scary, holy shit. And this town that they're living in, it's not just like Flint Town on Netflix. It's beyond that. It's worse. It's I have a theory, and it's not just a theory really, because I've seen evidence to back it up in text when I was in my crime scene investigations classes. They talked about this, about how now there's not just serial killers, there's gang serial killers. Like, gangs have their own section now in the profiling books. They have their own section now in the FBI's serial killer various databases of people who, have committed like-minded crimes, and they're starting to operate like serial killers do. They pose people in in a few of the many that we're going to talk about in one cluster coming up here soon. 2 skulls were left at a baseball diamond, completely clean. Just beautiful skulls. Like, they looked fake. They looked, and I say beautiful, like they were pearly white, like they'd been cleaned. It does sound like the Mexican cartels, right, Daniel? And you would think that, but it's not. It is actually sex trafficking groups of gangs. They are gangs that operate in sex trafficking and drugs. They live in houses where they pimp these women. They show their money on Instagram. They tag the neighborhoods. They meet at the parks. And then among them, there are various entities that have all of these victims on their social media in the past. There are neighborhoods that blame the girls who go missing, the women. There are just insane entanglements that I can't even begin to explain to you. But Flint is a really fucked up place, you guys. And it's scary. It's really scary. And it operates like a gang. But I never really believed this shit until recently. But here's the thing. It operates like a gang. But they display their carnage for people to see, like a serial killer with a signature, with an MO. You know what I mean? And it's spooky. It's fucking spooky dooky, dude. It scares the shit out of me. And yeah, it's happening in clusters around the US. And a lot of people go, ooh, there must be a serial killer. Well, what if it was a gang? Because they don't just shoot them in the head from behind anymore. Its execution style is not the only thing now. The cartels would hang people off bridges and stuff. And we're not even going to talk about them. I don't even fuck with talking about them. But as far as American gangs go, people display. People carve now. People make statements. And it's fucking crazy the way they do it. And they do it in a method, in some places, in clusters, that you would often see in trucker killings. In killings like Rex, like Bitroff, like fucking like Rifkin. And you know who else did that? The mafia. So yeah, it's really crazy. And this guy, Eric, would pose with people who did that shit in pictures. And the people who did that shit, just like a gang or even a cult, not like our fun cult, but like a real cult, they pay taxes and shit. They hide things in record companies, in, t-shirt and Etsy endeavors, online stores. Some of them took out PPP loans. And that's how this shit works. And this guy and a couple others on this board will happily pose with these local gang members. In fact, there's a young missing woman who's also on a lot of the same Facebook friends lists as the other missing women, who is a couple of years apart. And she really seemingly might not have had anything to do with the other missing women. And then you find out that someone who last saw her, last picked her up, was a local pastor of a megachurch. But the thing is, they never released that to the public. They didn't want to unveil his identity for his protection because they deemed him not relevant to the case. And the problem is, he hid her cell phone. He had her things. And he ran a foundation that donated money to kids who are underprivileged, that is supposed to somehow funnel into a clean water supply initiative, so these kids can have clean water. But the problem is, this guy and his wife who are running it, they seem to be mooching off of it a lot. And the news never revealed that he was the last person seen at various strip clubs with one of the very last victims in this cluster. And the way I figured it out is because he had a very unique car. And a quick Judy record search of that car with that town will give you who he is. And from there on, you can go to his Facebook and see him in the exact shirt he was wearing the night she disappeared. He claims he just dropped her off a few blocks away from a gas station she was last seen at, with a big bloody wound on her arm. She was a mother, by the way. And earlier that day, her boyfriend had been beaten on her. It's a whole thing. And this guy, Eric, who we watch and we giggle at because he's fucking crazy, he's posing with the same people who hang out among this group. It is very Clay Davis from The Wire. But the thing is, they're all like that. And some of them refuse to look into it at all. And he's pissed about that, but he's hanging out with the very people who are suspected in it. So, you know, it's a give take. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. The government is like, hello, young black economist. Hello. We're talking about Flint. And the thing is, when you've got a water crisis and a fuckload of missing women, all connected by one way or another through various entities, and you've got all the people who are supposed to fix both the water crisis and the crime problem, all just in the pockets of the very people who are making that shit worse, at least the crime problem, because the crime problem requires them to allocate a ton of resources that they could otherwise use, financially speaking, for the water crisis. But then these fuckfaces won't vote for that. And they're all just yelling at each other all the time. It's fucking crazy. But I highly recommend watching Flint Town. You'll actually see a few people in it that have direct connections to these missing girls that they don't talk about once. Not once. In fact, one of the reasons I'm not naming them right now is because I'd like to do that formally with each of their stories, and I've got it all organized. I'm waiting on one or two people who used to work on it with me to get back to me because I'd like for them to join us. But one of the young women has a shunt in the back of her head. She had legal standards for all they put on there was mental retardation. I don't know what to call it, but she had severe disabilities, and she went missing while doing sex work on the street, which she has kids. And her mother had tried for many years to get her off the streets, but she kept getting beaten and attacked by a local pimp who was well known by the police. And the last time she was seen was getting into a very specific vehicle. And her information was put out on missing persons ads. And everywhere you look on Facebook, it's everyone who lived on her road, a very specific road. By the way, they all went missing around the same road, which is terrifying. Literally the same neighborhood. She, every missing post about her on the internet is bereft with just hundreds, if not thousands in some instances, comments of people saying good, and calling her names and making fun of her. Adults, women with children, moms, dads, everyone in the neighborhood saying, I hated her. I hated seeing her out there. She was so gross. She would approach my husband. She should have known better. That's what happens when you sell XYZ on the street. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'll talk about them. They're great. I mean, are they still going? I thought they shut down. Yeah, it's nuts. And this poor girl, like, her mother would go on the news and cry about it and say, look, I think I know who did this. And no one would fucking listen. People would make fun of the mom and be like, that's what you get. And a lot of those people eventually one day got a little hosed because your dad made a post about them being fucking pricks. They got hosed by some of the internet, and some of them took their shit down. But guess what? Your dad kept all the screenshots. Your dad keeps the receipts. Because I want you to see what these people said and how they treated this. People like these city council members, their families, everyone in the neighborhood. I'm not using any site for cluster research. I'm using a ton of them. I'm literally looking up. If I'm looking at a town and I see a high number of missing women with similar characteristics, like clicking through their cold cases, and then I go through and I go to the clerk and I look up arrest histories, and then I'll go look on Judy records and I'll just type in murder with a town, with a county. See what pops up. Do the same on newspapers. Do the same on Google. Do the same on, fucking Facebook. Murder, missing. And you just collect. You collect and you collect and you collect. And you can use search indicators to like scrape data. But the thing is, NamUs only has 17% to 33% on average. So you have to go back and you have to just constantly be looking. If you see a missing person, find the update. If you don't find the update, call the station. Is this still open? Well, then why isn't it on the cold case database? Why isn't it in NamUs? Why isn't it on the DPS website? Ask them those questions. It's what a lot of people don't understand about this kind of research and shit. When you're looking into this stuff, there's no one way to do it. You can't just scrape the entire, there's one guy who made some software where you can scrape the entire internet, but the problem is it relies heavily upon AI. And sometimes you get back good statistics, but he misses a lot because it doesn't include things like metadata and things like similar handles. And, so then you got to go into tools like what's my name and all these different ones and try to find, specific accounts and stuff. But like when it comes to missing and murdered from a specific place, like it's all about just research everything. You have to do, Google, newspapers. You have to physically, if it's cold cases, you have to physically go to the library. Look through every page. Look for updates. Make lists of that. Usually if you go to the government website, whether it's local or state, you're still not going to get them all. Especially with the amount of unlisted ones. Like if it's a case, for example, hold on, let me adjust myself. Hold on. Your dad has to get right. Okay. If you're looking up a case in, let's say Houston, or a bunch of cases, you want to know how many missing people there were in 1990. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to have to go through everything. You're going to have to go through Google. You're going to have to go through newspapers. You're going to have to go through and watch news interviews. And you can call them, sure. And you can ask them specifically, hey, how many missing people do you have listed in your database? They might not tell you that. Because here's the thing. If they have a case that is inactive but not closed, inactive cases might not be listed on their website. In fact, I found a lot of places where they aren't at all. So what do you do then? That could be hundreds, if not thousands of cases, depending on the area. If it's a small area that doesn't have a lot of missing and murdered people, you want to expand to the county, typically. It's just a question of how many avenues are you willing to research, and then you have to just collect the shit out of it. And some websites aren't open to where you can scrape them, but you can still enter them through portals and, all the different locks or ways to, are you a robot, shit like that. And you just have to do it manually. You know what I mean? It takes time. And usually what I'll do is I'll just take note like, hey, this town has had a lot of missing people pop up lately on the news. What's going on there? So yeah, it's difficult, but it just requires picking a spot and learning about it. There is that Murder Maps, the Murder Accountability Project, I think, and then there was the Trucker one, and some of that's still available, I think, on Wayback. What has been taken down, what's still up is up. Goodbye, Rock Chalk. I love you. I will contact you soon. But yeah, going there and then following up on the hotspots. Also, any major city that's considered a sex trafficking hub is going to have a large number of both. Just by default, But yeah, this guy's fucking wild. Let's watch a little more.
Number one. This is getting ridiculous. You can't railroad this proceeding.
Yes, Janina. I'm sorry. Can I just point out something? As soon as Angela said the case number, you guys went into discussion. There wasn't a motion on the floor. But you discussed it for the last 7 or 8 minutes. You've been in discussion.
Eventually, he did get kind of drunk, I think, at some of them.
Point of order. A motion has been properly made and supported. Then she tried to bypass the discussion on the motion. I appeal the ruling of the chair to proceed, and Mr.
Where's it
Yield
going?
to and think he finna run the city.
Boys, don't scare me. I
Man,
get all this shit.
Mr. Davis, you are out of
Oh
order.
my
I
God.
am officially ruling you out of order.
Ask
I
him
am
to
giving you a
leave.
warning. Thank you, Councilman Mays.
Now, the
So,
next-
Mr. Davis, you are
The
out of
next
order.
morning, we're gonna ask
If you
him to
do-
leave.
He has the
I
floor,
got
and
the
you are
floor,
being
boo.
disrespectful.
I'm gonna talk to you anyway. You're out of order. I ain't studying you. You're
Madam
not
Chair.
finna
Go ahead,
run
Mr.
this
Mays.
council.
Mr.
You
Mays,
still
can-
don't hardly know where the bathroom at.
Oh
Mr.
my-
Mays, you have the floor. Mr.
Don't
Davis,
disrespect me. You talking about disrespecting them? Don't disrespect me when I get
No,
the
be
floor.
careful,
I'm a
Melly.
councilman. Who is you? Who is
Mays,
you?
please continue.
I'm a
He-
Now,
councilman.
if he
Who
do it
is you?
again, I want a 5-minute recess. This guy, I'm gonna put your name in my mouth. You tell if you threatening me, I ain't playing. This is
We're
serious.
taking a
Let's
5-minute
take a
recess.
5-minute
Thank you.
recess
We're on
and see if
recess.
we can get him out of here.
The music's the best. Look, he's still fighting. Eric's crazy, dude. He'll fight. He'll fight during recess. Yeah, thank you. Thumbs up, you guys. I kind of hate tickers too. I put it up because a couple people recommended it, and I'm like, is it distracting?
We vote to override this. I
He
hope
has
you do.
2 minutes.
What do you think?
Fields. Thank you. Continue, Mr. Mays.
Miss Fieldy wanted to talk so the news can hear her. You see how she
Ooh.
talked and then she left, didn't hear what the discussion was.
So the news
when
can
the
hear
news
her.
get here, she get anxious. I've been on the news plenty of times.
Yeah, we know, Eric.
That's
What's
what
your
she
point of
talked about me
information,
and didn't know what
Miss?
she was talking
What's your
about.
point, Mr. Mays? What's your point of information, Miss Fields?
He's crazy.
Isn't it true that our rules say when you have the floor, it's not a dialogue conversation,
Oh, this bitch is hilarious.
but you can't speak and ask questions and have a dialogue? Isn't that part of the rules?
That is
She's
part
so
of the rule, but you
sassy.
didn't do a point of order during it. Mr.
Woo.
Mays, please
And look,
continue.
and I don't know what she's talking about, a dialogue.
When you was
If I
talking.
know what that, yeah, you can talk to your colleague. Ain't no rule nowhere that say I can't talk to my colleagues. Find it and show it to me. I can say through you to Miss Winfrey.
Oh my
I can say
God.
through
Could
to
you
Miss
imagine having to
Winfrey.
work
The
together
rules
with these
say we should
people?
Be nice and not nasty, Miss Fields.
Especially the
No attack.
the old
And so
lady
what
who's
I'm
like,
saying
can
to
we
you
just
is when
figure
you
out how to
say
have
my
a
name, when I get the
conversation?
mic, I'm gonna say
She
your
kind
name.
of
When you
infuriates
go
me.
low, I go lower. But my point is this.
I go
Now here
lower.
we got some folks nitpicking about.
I talked over that. I feel bad. That was a good point. When you go low, we go lower. Oh my God.
My point is this. Now here we got some
No,
folks
whatever.
nitpicking about over 630 million in pipe replacement. And Eva, you can move closer with that phone, Miss Worthy, and Facebook and text me. Because that's what we did when you were asleep snoring. Just crazy. So you want to text and face and do, that's what we did with you. And it was captured on film.
Yes. Yes. Who said that? At what point were they not trying to get rid of him? Yes, they were. And then the citizens. Here's the thing. All these people suck. Like all of them. Everyone on their city council historically has sucked. They're just all terrible. They tried to get rid of him. And then he was voted back in somehow as like the leader. And then it was like, oh, fuck, it's on. It was like when Joffrey got crowned. It was like, oh, shit, he's about to fuck some shit up. And then he got taken down a peg or two, or maybe even fired. I don't remember, but then he passed away. Which, ironically, you know, I like him, but also, like, he's a piece of shit. So I have no feelings about that. It's just, he's old, he died. But dude's wild. Thank you so much, Sarah Adams. Girl, because I've been behind. Your dad was sick. I'm behind about 50 emails. So I gotta go back and read everyone's in order. You're next. I thought I did email you back, though, I swear. But you're next, I promise. I promise. And thank you for the donation. And I do want to have you on, but I want to have you on for a very specific episode, and I'll email you which one so that you can see it in advance. Because I kind of want you to get prepared for it. It's crazy. But yes, thank you so much. Hello, Lisa. Yes, he speaks his mind. He does not take any shit. Although sometimes when he gets wasted and he comes in, he is a fucking asshole. And it's crazy because, like, sometimes people will, yeah, totally. Girl, I swear, I have a very specific one, but it's fucked up. It's weird. And I just want to prep you for it first because I've always wanted to see, like, a behavioral analyst's thoughts on it because I haven't seen one yet. And I have some very specific thoughts on it. I'm just curious what you'll say. Yes, Dillhole is here, everyone. Hello, Dillhole. Hello, Dillhole says Lisa. Oh, good night, Cakes Boo. What time is it in Australia? Probably late, huh? You're the boss. You're the boss. Yeah, this is hello everybody. Yeah, so this guy, like, what's crazy is he would get fucking shit hammered and come into court, or not court, into the council meetings. And then sometimes he'd seem totally sober and he'd be chill. The ones where he's having a good day are the best because he's like, I'm just playing with you. Like, he just fucks around with them and it's so fucking funny. And then there's times when he is pissed. It's 6:30 a.m. in Australia. Oh my God. It is 8:30 a.m. here. Wait, no. You're not in Australia, are you, Sarah? Where are you guys? Where are all you guys? But yeah, Eric, dude, he's wild. So he'd be fucked up sometimes, and then other times he'd be sober. I don't know what he was on. People would say he was drunk in the community forums. But oh my God, dude. 6:30 a.m. in Oregon. Okay. You're both in Oregon? Everyone's in Oregon? Okay. How's the weather? Talk about what I'm getting lally today. You would have to be drunk to deal with this shit. It's fucking crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah, catch the rest later. You gotta watch the 5 monsters. Oh yeah, is Rock covering that? When y'all are done with this, if it's Rock, go to Rock's channel. Whatever she's covering today, go to it because I'm sure she's gonna be covering that. Good morning, Dilho. You're in Detroit? Who's in Detroit? Maryland. San Antonio, Brown Sugar. What's up? 210 Viva la Alamo. I'm sorry, that was lame. I miss my Keep San Antonio Lame sticker, dude. I loved that thing. It finally ripped off my car. Remember the art silos? Did you ever go to those, Brown Sugar? Do they still do those? At Blue Star? You're in Cali? Ooh, how's the weather? I love Cali. Dude, driving down let me tell you, I'm going to tell you guys an embarrassing story about your dad. First time I drove down the Pacific Coast Highway, I had to go to Cambria for a comedy wedding. A comic was getting married. And anytime a comic gets married, it's always in the woods in California. And I had to drive down the PCH in a tiny little, one of those fucking cars from like the Italian Job. I don't remember what they're called. But I was cruising, dude. And I had to go through these mountains where I ran out of gas. And it was an area where there are a lot of bodies that had been found. And it was very scary. And there was absolutely nothing around. And it had a sign that was like, rocks will fall. And it was fucking terrifying. But I had to drive down the PCH. And in the day, on the way there, before I got trapped, I started crying because it was so fucking beautiful in Malibu. Yes, a Fiat. And then I drove through San something right before Malibu. And it was pink and white flowers fucking everywhere. It was like a fucking Thomas Kincaid painting. Oh my God, I'll come over. I want to go to the Madonna Inn so fucking bad, which I think is Northern California. It was like a Mini Cooper or something. I don't know. It was real little. Yes, First Fridays. Did they still do that? Oh, fuck, that shit rules. San Antonio First Fridays is the best. That is it, with the art silos. I love that. Yes, but the Pacific Coast Highway, if you ever get a chance to fucking drive down it, it's beautiful. Yes, Malibu is heaven on earth. It is so fucking gorgeous. I was like, is this what rich people do? Like, this is insane. Why doesn't everyone live here? Oh, yeah, because you look at the rent, it's like $3,000 for a bathroom. Oh my God, though, dude. I've never seen anything so glorious. Like, I was in Hawaii once. I told you about that. My bosses gave me a freebie. I got to hang out with Rhonda with the Batista tattoos, who vaped all day. She vaped menthol all day and floated in the ocean. I had dead people thrown at me. It was crazy. It was gorgeous there. But it didn't affect me the way driving down the PCH did. I was like, this is so fucking beautiful. I'm fucking crying. Christ almighty. It was gorgeous. I would love to do that drive again. Fuck. That was beautiful. I just don't want to get stuck this time without gas. That was terrible. Anyway. Yes. Dill is glorious. Yes. Pepperdine. I didn't see a university. I just saw cabanas. I guess that's what you call them. I don't know. Yes. Go to Rocks. Go get trial footage. If you want trial footage today, go do that. I'll be here, dude. We're just going to look at Eric May some more, and then we're going to do some case updates. I'm going to teach you some good day. Catch you later, honey. I'm going to teach you some trends shit, and it'll be here when you get back. You rented a beach house on Zuma Beach in the winter. It's amazing, dude. We went to Santa Monica Pier is that by Muscle Beach? I feel like I remember pointing and being like, I think that's where Hulk Hogan and I think that's where they had the WCW. I don't know. I just remember going on the Santa Monica Pier and I was like, this shit rules. It was so cool, dude. But it was nothing compared to driving down Malibu. I would have loved to get out of the car, but I was too much of a little bitch to do that. I was like, fuck, I gotta get to this wedding. I was late. I was late as fuck. I was late and ready to hate. Yes, Santa Clara. I remember, man, what was the place? Is it Santa Barbara? It was like whatever the coast was right before Malibu. It was just pink and white flowers fucking everywhere. And it looked fake. I was like, what is going on here? It was like when she first sees the lollipop guild. Well, no. When Dorothy first wanders into the bullshit with all the flowers, but before she sees the lollipop guild, it looked like that. The Emerald City shit. It was gorgeous. I was like, what is happening? Is it Santa Cruz? Yes. I just remember crying a lot and being like, it's so fucking beautiful, so fucking pretty. I don't know why. Anyway, there's Eric Baines.
You was knocked out in the middle of a business meeting. Usually you gone. So you come closer and get me, because I came closer when I got you knocked out. So this is what we dealing with. Yeah, she
Point
was
of
snowing
order.
this field.
Point
It's
of
a fact.
order.
What's your point?
Mr. Winfrey, this is as far from professional behavior as it gets.
Oh my God. And then there was a place called San Simeon and they had seals. And I remember laughing my ass off going, San Simeon seals, San Simeon seals, as I drove down the road. It made me laugh so hard. And there was a place called Moon Beach or Moon Rock or something. Anyway, saw a bunch of moon rocks. It was gorgeous.
We have multiple conversations going on. Mr. Mays, you're not chairing the meeting.
Well,
Please
then
be
you
quiet.
do it. Keep them
Mr.
off.
Davis, you have the floor.
What I'm saying is,
And
Ms.
please
Wilcox,
stay relevant to the topic. Your
Point
opinion.
of order. Point of order. Let this man talk.
when we doing this?
No, he's appealing. You have to talk about appealing.
why you're appealing.
He's doing it. Point of order. Let that man. Y'all
Mr.
ain't
Mays, please
I'm done.
stop.
can't even let a
How can
person
I
talk.
politely get you to take your turn?
By
Quit
keeping
talking.
your mouth shut when other people
Mr.
talk.
Mays,
Woo!
you
No, we in a field on our order.
Ooh.
He in order for having the flow. Y'all shouldn't be interrupted.
I'm not going to put up with this unruly, unprofessional behavior.
You can leave. Then we
He's
can carry
screaming.
on.
He's screaming because I think this is one of the ones where he's drunk.
That's what you should do. You
He just
can't
does that.
appeal any decision. Just say you can't.
This is Eric Mays' natural speaking voice. It's just screaming at you, just screaming in your face. Even if you agree with him, he will scream at you.
Mr.
All
President,
decisions.
why is he still talking?
Because I got a
Why is
mouth.
he still?
Curious Wendy, I cannot recommend that more. I cannot recommend that more. That's how I find this shit, dude. I literally will look up like, okay, what is the smallest county in Texas or in West Virginia? Top 5 smallest counties. And then you find the small ones and you work your way up to the big ones. And you fucking watch, you type in city council on each of them. I can highly recommend to you some of the best ones I've found. And not just city council, you can do like public library meeting. You can just type in government meeting with the town and the shit you will see. I can highly recommend. Almost anywhere in Pennsylvania is good. I've recently discovered, of course, Canton is great. That one's crazy. But I'm talking like some wretched ones. Go to West Virginia. Holy shit. Florida ones are okay. There are a lot of Florida ones that are like, okay, this person is dead. Like they're already dead. Leave them alone. This hurts to watch. But basically like Arkansas is really fucking crazy. Alabama, anywhere in the South, Jersey. Oh shit. I mean, Jersey, it's like Camden. Like there were some that were pretty bouncing back in the day. I just type in like a county or a place. Like I would type in on Google, small city council, West Virginia, and then just pick one and then just go to YouTube and type in city council meeting. Oh, Kentucky would be great. I would be curious in Greenup County, Kentucky, Ashland, Kentucky, Ironton, Ohio, places along like Pikeville, places like that. You know what I mean? Places along the border of Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio are going to be incredible. Canada, holy shit. I would probably pick like Canada. I would have to go by, I mean, shit. I don't really know how they do it there, but I would just type in government meeting and then pick like, Saskatchewan would be too big. I would think like, I would go to Nia Bay, like where Israel Keys was, like somewhere that's like got a really small population, especially villages. They can get a little spicy, but they're usually pretty respectful. I would think like Alberta, maybe. I would type in like Alberta public meeting goes awry. You could always put like goes awry or unhinged and then just see what pops up. Yeah. It is totally normal. It's just all like all of them have their ups and downs. But yeah, I mean, anything like wherever Kensington, Pennsylvania is, go there. You know, where the Kensington Bridge is, go find that one. See what they say there. Whichever ones were in the neighborhoods from The Wire, I would look those up. They seem a little crazy. Yeah, I would go literally just pick I would pick that province where not province, where was it? Where Scarborough? Where Paul Bernardo was? See if there's anything there. Delphi's probably fucking crazy. I mean, their judges are fucking crazy. Shit. Let's keep going.
Wait a minute.
Okay, that was it. Oh, no more. No more. We're not doing more of that. Yeah, Baltimore. Bloody More Murderland. I would go type some in there. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to go over some specific things with you today. We did see Eric May, so that's off the list. Excuse me. So I want to talk to you about, let's go over here, the murder of Skyler Neese, which we talked about last week. And I told you that I wanted to show you some stuff about it. And one of the websites that I was able to kind of peep and make sure that it is legit and has good, valid info is this one. And it's SkylerNeeseMurder.com. And it was created to raise awareness about her case, to stop rumors, to kind of correct the record on what's going on, and to keep people up to date. There is a lot of information on Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy, who are responsible for the murder of their best friend, supposedly. And that best friend was Skyler Neese. She ended up not being as close of a friend as they thought she was, as everybody thought she was. Yes, we will get there. That's next. I promise. But right now, I want to talk to you about this because oftentimes I get people who ask me, like, how do you research a case when people have already done a bunch of research on it? Like, how do you find that research? I'll go through and I'll just literally Google the person or people involved, and I'll find, is there any comprehensive rundown I can look at and just fact check it? So what I thought was, by bringing this up, I can kind of show you a quick how-to process. Let's say you find a case that intrigues you and you look it up and you find out that someone is keeping a memorial page or a remembrance page, or like in the case of Henry Bedard, his family has a whole ass page dedicated to him, ran by his sister. So of course we don't want to be biased, but when, you know, the case has already been adjudicated and we know who did it, if you're just looking at basic research, I always say go with whatever the family has up of the murder victim, especially if it's already been adjudicated. Start there. In this case, I pull this page up and it's got all the links, all the factoids. For example, right here, it's showing us that Sheila Eddy was tweeting these things, and it gives us her Twitter screen name. Now, people nowadays might go, oh, this could be Photoshopped. You know what I mean? How can I tell if this isn't Photoshopped? Well, in this case, what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to show you right now. Let me pull my screen down so that I can open a new tab. And then I'll show you as I open the tab. Hold on one second. Let me just pull up Wayback Archive. And we're going to do this live. We're going to try this out live, you guys. We're going to share the whole screen, the window. All right. So now this is open. We know that Sheila Eddy, one of the murderers, tweeted this on 1st of April. If you wanted to see, is this real? You could just go to Twitter and check. But Twitter is now X. And a lot of things got scraped off. And a lot of stuff got taken down by family. And some of it is still up there. But for the sake of being thorough, what we're going to do is we're going to take her screen name right here. And we're going to type it in. And we're going to see what pops up on Twitter through the Wayback Machine. So that we can confirm if this is real or not, right? So first thing we do is we would type in twitter.com/ and then whoops, wrong page. Here we are. She spells it underscore she or SHELIIAA. SHELIIAA. Let's make sure that's correct. Whoops, I did it again. Yes. Okay. So let's go here. Woo, look at that. A lot of people saved it. So let's go here to 2013. And look at that. It's nice and blue. So now we're going to click on this. And blue means we're going to get a full screenshot of exactly what it looked like. Look at that. 17 hours later, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me, little homie. I know you, but okay. Fair enough. See all of her old stuff? Loading seems to be taking a while. Let's see what date that was exactly. April 1st. So what is this? Oh, shoot. There's a lot more. Sometimes you can actually just load it. Let's see. Try again. Okay, that's all they were able to capture. Great. Well, we're going to try something else. Let's go back. Or let's just go here. Let's see if someone screenshot her stuff and went further back and was able to get it. Look, they've got the same info. Let's keep going. Oh, shit. Homeward Bound? Okay, so we've still got, this time we've got 29th. So let's go up to here. And this is just all you do. You just sit there and you click through it. And you go, okay, what do I have available? You could even just do this. It's going to move you to the next one. Nope. Come on. Sorry, it's taking a while. Hey, everybody. Let me come in and say hi while we wait for that to load. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. Hello, Gothic Bree. Hello there. Hello, Blonde Crafter. We're just talking about Wayback Machine. It is taking forever. There we go. Apparently, Sheila Eddy thought that today sucked so much dick. This is while she's out free. Before she is caught for killing Skyler Neese. This is her actively tweeting while on the, not even on the run. She's just going to school and living her life. I don't know why girls complain about guys being douchebags. Girls are just as bad or probably worse. LOL, we all suck. Yeah, you do, bitch. Yeah, you do. I will never, ever give a single fuck about you ever again. What's interesting about this is I believe this might have been right after Rachel Shove had her nervous breakdown and was interviewed by the police. Isn't that interesting? Wow, Sheila Eddy likes Ron White. I'm going to tell him that. Okay, next. Wow, interesting. I haven't looked at this in a really long time. I hate seeing or hearing things that remind me of you because you're the last person I want to be reminded of. Yep, she's a conceited psycho. Oh, no. Send it to me. I want to see a picture. Really? You're staying at a crack house Airbnb with blood splattered on the wall? Shit. Better disinfect that shit, but get a picture first. That way they don't charge you. Wow, if she only knew. Sorry, dude, probably shouldn't walk into my room without more. Mom gets so pissed at me for being naked. See, she's fucking weird. Like, first of all, you're a child. Stop tweeting that. like, best friends aren't cunts to each other. Duh, people. This is when people started criticizing her, I think. This was like literally the week that Rachel spiraled was when you see Sheila start to spiral. And it's crazy because you can see it all on here. See, she's making fun of her cousin. And by then, her cousin had untagged her or quit letting her tag her in things. Yeah, we do have pictures. Yeah, mom is mad at her for being naked. It's like, well, yeah, put some fucking clothes on. You're a kid. Like, what is going on? Yeah, there's an Airbnb, apparently, according to Walk Among the Tombstones, has some blood spatter on it. Yeah, send me some pics. I want to see. Let's look up and see what happened there. Immediately, I'm like, what crime happened? Let's look it up. I'm glad my mom makes tanning. She's talking about tanning, and she just murdered her friend. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked it. I forgot I shouldn't do that because it'll... Yeah. Look at this. I can't even put how I feel into words. I mean, her friend has been missing. Like, this is really crazy. I mean, they killed her friend. They killed her in 2012. And this is what she's doing. This is what she's doing. Let's find the one where she says we go on 3. Because I know that's probably still here. It's crazy. Someone got all of this screenshotted. Screenshot. I still don't know how to say that. Yeah, we're going to go find it. It's in here. I know it is. Look at that. And it looks like sometimes if there's, writing from another language, that can indicate a hacking. So I do think someone hacked her account briefly and took it out, and then it got put back. She recovered it. Look at this. This girl was on the Dateline too, crying about Skyler being missing, because this was one of Skyler's friends. And she was pissed off because she was like, they pretended like nothing happened. You know? I love it when people look at me like I'm fucking crazy, because I am. That bitch was cray. Mrs. Cox, look out, dude. She's pissed. My father is telling me to kill my little baby turtles. What the fuck? I mean, shit, Sarah. I want you to go through this and tell me what you think. I mean, it's obvious she's a fucking psychotic narcissist, but just, I would be interested in your thoughts on this, for fuck's sake. Like, what? I mean, beyond just casually looking through these tweets. Courtney and Kim, that's psychopathy right there. Here we go. Sheila has stage fright too bad to take a piss on the side of the road. Hurry up before we're attacked. See, this is the type of shit that pissed people off, because she would constantly at her cousin and then have stuff like this, like, hurry up before we're attacked. You know what I mean? Has stage fright too bad to take a piss on the side of the road, as in you're going to be attacked on the side of the road, which is what happened to Skyler. Now, I don't think that we are reading too much into it by seeing the previous words leading up to this, which are LOL, fuck my life. Then she quotes her cousin saying this. I mean, come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. Yeah, screenshot. Because it's in the past. Like, I'm only friends with her because she's funny sometimes and she compliments my funny. She's quoting random people, subtweeting, if you will. It's kind of crazy because it makes you wonder who she's talking about. And the well-known thing among her friends was that she would brag about it and that she would brag about how, what do you think that tweet was about? You know what I mean? And when you go back and you see them, it's like, oh my God, look at this. Look at this hateful bitch. This wasn't even the 90s or the early 2000s. This is 2013. And she's saying this shit. She's crazy. She's really crazy. Is this like boring as fuck? Or are you guys into looking at this psychotic bitch's Twitter? Like, it's tripping me out, honestly, because I haven't seen this in a long time. It's been 11 years, and I probably saw it like right after it, like a year after it happened, or that year, because it was on the news. It's not boring. Okay. It's just kind of, I think it's sad, but I also think it's really interesting to see like this fucking weirdo live tweeting after doing this horrible thing to her friend because according to her, she was annoying. Making my family listen to dad as we eat breakfast. Well, I hope your Airbnb blood gets cleaned up. God damn, that sucks. Just don't eat near the blood. This is my wheelhouse. You're right. Dad's wheelhouse is this weird bitch's Twitter. Look at this. I've been so happy lately. I love it. Oh, I clicked it again. This is right after killing a friend. A few months after. This is crazy. It's okay if you hate me as long as I hated you first. Oh, it's not okay if you hated me first. Bitch, you're crazy. She literally stabbed her friend in the back. Literally. I realize I say literally too much. But, I mean it literally. She's being literal. Look at this. 99% of what my dad says is negative and in a loud, mean tone of voice. Have you noticed that her mom doesn't like it when she's naked? Sure, but she has made mention of her dad quite a bit so far. Sounds like she definitely has a daddy issue. And she also, the whole rumor was that they were lesbians. Look, no one gave a fuck. Everyone knew they were lesbians. Her friends knew. So for her to try to parade around the excuse, we were afraid Skyler was going to tell on us, was complete and utter bullshit. I mean, she openly tweeted about it too. So it's really crazy to me. And it's really crazy to see, yes, this is why we're the SnoopyDupas. It is crazy to see the projections onto her parents. And it does make me wonder, was her dad like crazy hard on her? Was he being rude? Did he do anything to her? Was he abusive? I just want to move to a small house in Hawaii, big enough for a fridge, my bed, my cat, never deal with anyone here ever again. Like, what was she going through? I know that, like, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, poor Sheila, but for a kid to act like this, I get they're secluded in West fucking Virginia. That's gotta suck. But like, to be a kid there, I guess. I just keep thinking of like Teen Mom Leah and all the shit she went through. But like, it's so odd how many of these kids who end up killing have a history of either journal or some, be a live journal or a physical journal or some sort of history of talking about wanting to move or leave. And I know Maddie Soto was murdered. She was a victim, but even she talked about going into the woods. Like, kids, I feel like when they have a rough home life, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, they tend to reflect often leaving it, and they imagine what it's like elsewhere. And was she projecting her hate or her fear or her psychosis, whatever it is that made her do that? Was she projecting it onto Skyler because of shit that was going on at home that she didn't know how to deal with, or not? It's a very interesting one because, I mean, if you look at the Slender Man girls, they were much younger. Yeah, she does hate authority. Laughter, creed, cluster discussion, interesting chat. Yes. You're welcome, Turbo Time. You're welcome. What do you guys think about this? I think she did have a psych eval, and I think they found her. I can't remember. Shit, I don't even want to say because it's medical, but between her and Rachel, one of them had one. I think Rachel might have had one first because she had a literal freak out. Literal again. She had in fact, maybe Hold on a second. Let me look something up. I'm gonna scroll down a little more so you guys can read some more while I look up in another window. Rachel Schoaf's 911 call. Because there is a 911 call on record. Yeah, here it is. This is someone. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Yeah, Rachel Schoaf's 911 call. Okay, I'm going to have to take it off screen real quick. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys the call where she freaked out. And this is her parents calling the police on her because this is the day she had her breakdown and she like confessed to a bunch of shit because she was really scared. Go do that sweatshop labor. You got this. Hopefully your masters let you out long enough to come back and join the chat later. We miss you. Manifesto. Yeah, there were manifestos. Yeah, there's something going on with her. Posted pics in Discord of CSI Fall River. They were psychosis. Yeah. There was something going on with Sheila. I think it was psychosis or some sort of like, can't remember if it was manic or bipolar. I heard some rumor maybe that the FBI thought Sheila was a dangerous psychopath. Yeah, one of them was like, it was psychopathy, and the other one might have been, I think Rachel is the one who was less or deemed less crazy somehow. Because she did have an emotional breakdown. It was fucking with her. And Sheila was just so happy. Sheila reminded me of another girl who maybe we'll go over one day, and she killed a little neighbor girl, and it was so fucking sad. But this girl was nuts, and she would write about wanting to kill people. And there's a girl here in Austin named Pearl Moen who killed a woman. Well, no, she didn't kill a woman. She wanted to kill a woman. She stabbed her a lot, a nurse. And it was just horrific. And then wrote about it. And her roommate and her parents were like, yeah, she used to just kill birds. Like, she's just crazy. And due to some fuck up in paperwork, they almost let her out. So every time her parole hearing comes up, we will advocate I will ask you guys to write to have her stay in there, because that was a cold-blooded freak. That bitch was a cold-blooded psychopath. She wrote about how much she wanted to kill someone in her diary. It was shortly after your dad was stabbed. This little bitch runs out. A woman's passed out, asleep, just in the morning on the grass outside of her apartment. Not even like passed out. She was like, had her eyes closed to rest. You know what I mean? She was comfortably relaxing. Early in the morning, she was a nurse. And this girl just comes up and just loses her necklace, and then wrote in her diary about killing a woman and how great it felt. And there were entries leading up to it like, today's the day. It was fucking crazy, dude. I feel like there's something going on with Sheila like that. It was sadistic. Yeah. And the problem is she got to go to like a nut house. So now she gets like, it was like a nut house instead of fucking jail. But somehow it equates to jail. I don't know. But either way, she gets a parole hearing. Too early. Way too early. Because this just happened less than 10 years ago. So it was nuts. It was really nuts. But anyway, let's listen to the Rachel Schoaf 911 call. And I'm going to pause this and then hold on. Okay. Well. I don't like the robot voice, but let me see if I can get. Okay. Here, right here. Here we go. I'm going to play this for you.
I have an issue with a 16-year-old daughter of mine. I can't control her anymore. She's screaming. She's running through the neighborhood. Give me the phone. No, this is over. This is over. Hurry up. Oh, God. Hurry up, please.
What do you think? That was pretty crazy, right? I'd like to find a better one. There was one that it was much longer. Yeah, antisocial personality disorder for Sheila. I agree. Something's up. Something is up. Whoa, no.
Rhea Ripley and Liv
Nope. Nope. I do not get it. I do not need to get a fucking copyright strike for that. So yeah, there's yeah, we didn't like her. She was annoying. That's what they said. There was a longer one that I will find. Let me see. No. I'm going to find the long one. Yeah, women's wrestling. I want to play it, but they copyright strike you so bad. It sucks. Rhea Ripley. Oh my God. Did you see her catch Dom? Ooh, she came back. She back, y'all. Mommy's back. Mommy's back. And they're doing the China thing. She forgave him. She forgave his ass. Anyway, I want to get back to this page. So, we really did go on 3 was April of 2013, right? We're very close to there. So, let's see if we can keep going. Where did it go? Here it is. So, we're April of 2013. Okay. March. Okay, so it should be up here under April 1st. I wonder if she took it down by this time because this is 2016. So let's see. Yep, there it is. There it is. We really did go on 3. Oops. You're not even on the right page, you guys. Well, here. Let me put it on the right page. There we go. There's Sheila. We really did go on 3. It's got that weird writing. So, oh no, it's not because it was hacked. It's because they fucking screenshot it from another place. Okay, never mind. I seriously loved ham. Okay. And then she's talking about her favorite food is chicken. Also, happy Easter to my main bitch, Sheila, who was their friend. That was from, Shania saying happy Easter to my main bitch. Right back at ya. So she's talking about her favorite food. She's talking about ham. She tweets at her friend. Not even worried about it. Baby, could you meet me by the lake? We really did go on 3. This is crazy. The address of the site, it's web.archive.org. Here, I'll make a banner. If you guys don't know about Wayback Machine, it's the best. I do an episode on it. If you go back to the OSINT freebies 1 and 2, you're going to see it on there a lot. So let me make you a banner. Add banner. Add banner. All right, here we go. Boom. Look at your dad. The Googs machine. Yeah, no coincidence. It's on. That's a great point. Way to point that out. That is a fantastic point. So she can joke. So she can goof about it. Oh, the family site? Okay. It is SkylerNeeseMurder.com. I don't know if this is, I think this is the family, but this just could be some advocates. But either way, it's got a lot of good info. Add banner. There you go. So yeah. There's the address for you. And I'm going to pop that banner back up after I go through these. That's a really good point, Sarah. See, Sarah, that's why I want you to look at the shit. There's the family site. This person is a whack job and not in a good way. Agreed. She's fucking nuts. So yeah, she really put that. We really did go on 3. Look at how many likes and retweets it got after. Crazy, huh? So yeah, that's a way that we can check that shit. That is a way. Nutty, huh? You had the biggest crush on Celine Dion in high school and college? Oh, shit. Man, she's been through hell, dude. Celine, dude. Fuck. Poor Celine. Porcelain. Sorry, that was inappropriate. My heart will go on. No rules, no boundaries. Agreed. So, yeah, that's the update on the Skyler Neese stuff. That's how you fact check things like this. That's one way to use the Wayback Machine. We're going to go more in depth on this case later. But I wanted to show you the stuff so that you could go through. Because it's just going to be me reading this site to you. So you can go on your own time. Check out what you want to check out. See the investigation. So we'll put a lot of work into it. I'm not going to take their work. I want you to go check it out if you want. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. But let me pull that up. That's the website, and I will put it below. I will put it below. And I highly encourage you guys to all go take a look at it. All right. Next thing I want to do, because let's check off. Look, your dad made a list. See that? All right. We went through Eric Mayonnaise. Eric Mayonnaise. We went through Skyler Neese. Oh, mayonnaise. Now we're going to talk briefly. Karen Reed. What the fuck? What the fuck happened? What happened? Because in 2 days, everything changed. You're welcome. It was fucking wild. It was fucking wild, and you're welcome. Debbie fucking Gibson. She had a pretty bad stalker, right? She's selling her house? Oh, shit. What Karen is? Karen selling her house? Because she has to probably fucking... If it is her and not Debbie, it's probably because she has to make money to pay those guys. Yep, on to Karen Reed. What the fuck is going on with a guy in a chicken suit? Karen selling her house? Poor thing, dude. I don't blame her, though. You know what I mean? She should sell her fucking house. Shouldn't have to, but she should, because she shouldn't be there. Shouldn't have to look out her door and see psychos or be worried about shit. You know what I mean? I'd be terrified to be her still in that town, even though she was acquitted. Even they won't recognize it. And that's what I mean by what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Did they have the meeting already? This is me asking you what's going on. Because what the fuck? She apparently, there's a back and forth going between the Commonwealth and the defense about what the fuck do we do? Because the jurors were on the bus freaking the fuck out thinking, hey, did they not know that we just fucking acquitted her? Yeah, Karen is Bay and Bay is Karen, but what is going on with these people? Are they real? Like, yeah, it is sad. You're right, Melanie. That's what I mean. Like, she needs to for her own safety, but she shouldn't have to. What happened in court? I don't know. It seems like they're going to continue, I guess. But, like, doesn't that mean Judge Bev has to take the stand? Like, are they now? I don't know. I think it's Monday, right? I don't think it's happened yet, has it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't think it's televised. It is secret court. So, yeah, it's Monday? Okay. It just seems like Bev is going to have to take the stand unless she drops it, or she could just do the whole, it's at my discretion. She has discretion. That's the shitty part. She's not in the court docket. I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't like secrets either. Secrets are no fun. Secrets make you a potato, hun. Put that on a fucking shirt. She wasn't acquitted. It was a mistrial. But see, that's the thing, is that they should have told that to the fucking jury, because the jury said they thought they were acquitting her on those 2 charges. And the third was a mistrial. I think Bev could be a witness now, which, I mean, why else would she not be on the docket? All I know is that they have discretion, the judges there, and that can mean all sorts of things. And I know that for a fact because I looked that up. Discretion is a broad thing in Massachusetts, comparably not so broad in other states. States like Texas. There's kind of a limit almost imposed on discretion in some states. But in Massachusetts, I'm pretty sure she could spray us with a scent like a skunk and then descend from a shark cage and grind us into barbed wire while actively blading, pretending she's Bam Bam Bigelow, and no one will do a fucking thing. I'm pretty sure Judge Bev could show up, flash her hoo-ha to everyone, call us all slurs, and leave. And I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it. It's her discretion. She shouldn't be allowed. She shouldn't be allowed to judge. She's not a good one. Her potatoes are big and full of secrets. She's got a big fucking potato head and it's so full of secrets. She would be a witness and AJ is too. Yeah, this is trippy, dude. So yeah, it's and also, what's that other judge gonna do? Because here's the thing. Is everyone going to have to recuse themselves? Because I'm sure all the judges in that courthouse in Dedham have worked with Bev. How high up do we go here? It's just so unfair. It's naturally rigged. You know what I mean? They can't help that it's rigged because she works with these people. What if she gets Judge Stan, the guy who hates that she talks by the water cooler and is ready to fuck over Bev? Or what if she gets Sheila, who got Bev sucked into an MLM and they're going golfing next Saturday? I don't know, Sarah. She was. Now is she? According to a local CBS affiliate in Boston, the Norfolk Superior Court trial calendar is full, and the second-day trial may not be scheduled for several months. But also, isn't that against the Constitution? Because don't they have a limited time to appeal or to have a hearing about it? I think they have to have it within a certain time frame. I don't know that they can legally drag it on that long. I don't think that they can do that. I'm pretty sure it's not just against the Constitution, but I'm pretty sure that it fucks over Karen immensely in that she would have to keep hiring counsel. Like, what are they going to show up for here? Like, Bev made it very clear also, like, everybody better fucking be there. Except, was it Eddy or Jackson? One of them. Yeah, she was crab walking too much. Change the venue, maybe. Next time they will change venues if they retry her. I hope. Yeah, we're just... A status hearing is teed up for July 22nd. Okay. Is that Monday? I think that's Monday. Let me look at my calendar. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. I think it is. Katie Rayburn. Okay. The hearing was scheduled 2 weeks ago. Can you waive your right to a speedy appeal? I don't know. I don't think they have a year to retry, but they have to state that they are retrying. That's the one that they have to do quickly. Otherwise, it's not fair. It's like limbo. What'd you cackle at? Cackle at, you fucking bird. They have a year to retry. The hearing is scheduled as trial assignment. Yo. What if Bev is in a fuck around, find out mood and she's like at the Cape and she's just like, someone fucking fill in. I don't want to fucking do this. Someone fucking fill in. 22nd is also the Black Swan trial. You know, that Black Swan shit is so fucking funny to me. Not the trial, by the way, just the movie. Because every time I hear someone mention a Black Swan, all I can think about is this one scene in something. I don't know what it is. Can't remember. Please, in the chat. I've been trying to remember for years. But it's an episode of something, maybe a movie, where someone gets caught off guard because someone's in the mirror. Like they look in the mirror and there's someone behind them in the mirror and they go, oh my God. And they go, oh my God, you black swanned me. And I laugh every fucking time. And now when I hear black swan, I think about looking in a mirror and someone's behind you. And it's like, oh, I got black swanned. It's so funny to me. Before that, I would call it like getting hand that rocks the cradle. But that's a totally different lane. Getting black swanned is so perfect. Like just anyone in the mirror behind you. Could be Jen McCabe. So when I hear Black Swan trial, it's like, no, don't put sad connotation on it for me. It's a real bummer. It's a status hearing. What's the fucking status? I can't wait to hear. Can't believe that guy wore a chicken suit. How does it stay inflated? I didn't hear an engine or a, what's it called? A little generator, a little thing. I didn't hear that. How did it stay? Oh shit, I'm getting a call. I'll call you back. Single white female for me. Yeah. Yeah, there's a big ass difference. It's a Florida thing. I think she might get off. Well, everyone gets off when it's Florida. Am I right? I'm sorry. Your dad's in a mood. When I get in trouble, if I do a video as her, allegedly, I don't know. Do one. Only way to find out if you'll get in trouble is to try it out. Don't take that advice. Yeah, I can't get her stare out of my head either. I do plan on finding like crazy art, historical art, and then placing her in it to scare people. They denied her a stand your ground. I guess I got to go look up what that is. I don't want new cases though. I want to look at cold cases, you guys. But also I want to get to the point again, which is updates on stuff we've already seen. So I'm going to pull this up next. Do a slideshow with music. That's hilarious. Okay. Here is this the right one? Yes. Okay. So now we're going to move on to Stephan Sterns. That fucking prick. Let me pull down the Skyler Neese murder banner. By the way, before we move on to this, anybody have any updates on unclaimed.org? Have you claimed money? You don't have to tell me how much. We don't need no extentation moments here. You don't got to flash that cash. Just tell your dad, has it worked out for you? Have you gotten a couple extra beans? Got some beans in that pocket? Did you get anything from it? Did it work? Who got their checks in? I've had 3 people report to me that their checks have come in. I'm very curious. You need to try that Unclaimed Frosted Flakes. You want to do your dad a solid? I would like to see someone try this live. Okay? Because I claim mine all the time, so I couldn't show them live. Will you do me a favor? Where are you? There you are. There you are, my sweet child. You want to get bumped up? You want to be above Adam? You want to be above Melly? Melly, Adam, close your ears. Put earmuffs. Sarah, earmuffs. Walk among. Lisa, earmuffs. Everyone, earmuffs. Listen. I'm talking to you right now. You want to be above Melly? You want to be above Adam? Frosted? Wait, Melly hasn't done it either. Frosted, I'm abandoning you. I'm sorry. Do this later. You're at work. Do this later. Melly, listen. You want to be permanently at the top? You want to ride the top? You want to be up there? You want to be on the top bunk? You want control on movie night? You want to be the moat king? You want the remote? Do your dad a favor. Go here right now. Live. Go see if you have any unclaimed funds. And then tell me if you do. You don't have to say how much. Just tell me if it worked. So we can all feel that joy live. I just want to see. Don't worry. It's not going to fuck you over. I promise. I'm your dad. Don't you trust me? Melly. You want me to make Adam do your chores? I'll make Morbid Sunshine do your dishes. Rabbit? Rabbit will be in charge of the laundry. You don't have to do shit. You could just watch now and then. I'll even ground Sarah just so you can laugh. I'm sorry, Sarah. Yeah. I just want to see if you guys, you're going there now. She's going there now. You guys, what if Melly has money? Oh my God, this is so exciting. Yeah. So many. Have you not gone? It's crazy. I've gotten a lot of it. We hit over 24K in money returned based on what everyone's told me. Well, Miss Madhead Jane had 8K. Shut up. That's crazy. Well, Miss Madhead, thank you for telling us that. I tried it. No money for you, Joanne. Wait, but where on the website do I go? You go look up your state. If you scroll down, you should be able to find your state. And then you go to your state, it'll tell you. Or you could just type in your state and type in unclaimed funds. And it'll take you there. And then you just type in your name. And it'll tell you if you have funds. Oh, you want me to take him down? We'll take him down. Okay, listen. Melly's going to go see if she has money. And if she does, this is a mitzvah. What a great blessing to see live. $50? You just checked? Lisa, you're up there with Melly. Don't tell the others. Yeah, I know the parents are fucking pricks. It's the same way his mom walked in there with a folder and was like, hey, let me pay off your fucking roommates. You know? Adam, have fun at work. Ah, damn it, Melly. At least you tried. You tried. Listen, Lisa had $50. Oh, my favorite kids. Birds op. Hashtag birds op. Love you, brother Adam. Have a good day. Don't make me play Creed again. Okay. Wait, Melly's still trying. Melly's going to let us know. What? Shut up. You're so fucking funny. What's the site again? Sorry, I tried to make a claim of $100, but only had the first initial and last name waiting. Okay. Sometimes you just have to check. This is it. And you go there and you narrow it down by state. You had an old savings account from a credit union. It wouldn't let me claim. You should be able to claim now because they used to have issues with claiming based on authentication. And now they have that all updated on a shitload of them. Yes. Melly is owed a blessing. It should be owed for blessing us all. Yes. Melly, I hope you have money. You're welcome, Sherilyn. Adam and Melly for mods. We're not doing mods. You're all mods. You're already mods. You self-moderate. Sherilyn's still a cat. You're a fucking cat. What? Melly says yes. You had money? Oh, Melly had money. Melly and Lisa had money. Found money from my sister. It says more than $100. She hasn't claimed it yet. There you go. There you fucking go. Guys, we're making dreams come true. Does it really take up to 6 months? No. Sometimes it can take like a week, and sometimes it can take 2 weeks. And some of it is sent to you. You just fill out some shit, and then it'll automatically wire it to you. And then some of it takes up to 6 months. It's a sliding scale. Depends on the state, the agency, all that. The methods for claiming it are different. Sherilyn, you are a cat. You are a cat. You're a cat. You're a cat. Pussycat and chickens, yes. Absolutely. Your sister's a cat. All right. Well, some of you got money this morning. Thank you to the government, I guess. Never thought I'd say that. There you go. All right, let's do our update on this shit. This shit being this piece of shit. Stephan Sterns. So, if you weren't reading earlier, Stephan, piece of shit, fuck boy. You are a cat. Listen, Sherilyn, you're a cat, okay? You're a cat. Do you understand? You are a cat. Hot mess, equines. What? You have 2 that are over $100. Oh my God. Yes. Dapple, you have some in Texas? Kids. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy you have free money that was owed to you. That was never given to you, nor were you alerted that it existed. But but I'm happy you found it now. Sherilyn, you are a fucking cat. You're a cat, Sherilyn. You're a big old fluffy kitty. You're a big old cat. You are a cat. What a hot mess. Yes, Sherilyn, you're a fucking cat. All right, listen. Stephan Sterns' emails have been made public. If you haven't seen it already, it's a whole fucking mess. It is a mess. Candy, congratulations. Several under $100. Amazing. So Stephan's emails have been made public. This is from his mother. Remember her? Was it Deb? That whole family is willing to stay quiet and let you take the fall for everything. When you do that, you are hurting us too. Please get out of your head over this and start talking with your attorneys. This stuff is serious. This indicates to me a few things. First, that he's not talking with his attorneys. About what? About what? About what? She is insinuating to him that he is not talking to his attorneys about something. You need to know that before this email, his dad started a series of emails. And he began it with acknowledging that the public will likely read this. The second I saw that, because a couple of people have asked me what I think about this. This is all I'm going to say. The second I saw that, I knew that we were about to be fed a lot, like a shitload of over-exaggerated bullshit and likely some lies. Now, here's the thing. I do think that Jen should be held responsible for neglect based on what we saw in that 800 pages. However, the mother trying to place all the blame on Jen as if Jen grew a penis and did this to her daughter, which, don't forget, there are pictures of his nasty little fuckboy pecker. That is how they connected him to those videos. Based on a very specific aesthetic he's got in the bullshit private department. He's a little piece of shit, dude. And they knew that this little shitty ass piece of shit has an ugly fucking pecker and it looks like this. And they know that for a fucking reason. So you cannot tell me that she is fully responsible or at all even equally responsible when she is neither in jail for that, nor is there any indication that there was that going on from her. What she is responsible for is sending her kid to sleep in a bed with him. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Also, Little Miss Madhead, I've seen this a million times. That falls into conspiracy territory. There is a person who attended that church who is a bad person, but I don't think that the church is sex trafficking anyone. That is David Solomon propaganda. And I just can't. I just can't with that. Yeah, he depends on them way too much. He reminds me of Aunt Deb's Colin Albert. And then I gave Mommy and Daddy kisses. She did. She absolutely did. She failed to protect. She sent her teenage daughter in there to sleep with him alone when she had a headache. That is bad. That's not okay. Yes. Yes, as indicated in the affidavit. Yes, it does feel coded. He wants, first of all, in prison, there are a lot of different methods that they can check through the mail, and they can interpret things differently, and they can see whenever you're trying to do some fuck shit, you know? This feels heavily insinuating of something that I'm willing to bet when his mom first caught him because of the roommate snarking. I'm willing to bet in the future, since that happened, they refer to that as something. The something issue. I don't know what their code word is, but this issue, this thing, this situation, there's something there. And it makes me wonder if she is using language that could reflect back onto that, as if to almost tell him, hey, remember what we did here? It seems to me like she is pushing him to push blame on Jen. She's talking about with various partners. How the fuck would she know that? Because you know what they mean here. I think of the craziness, probably Madeline, right? Lived through with Jen's various partners. Let's just be honest. That's what it likely says. Not a stable life at all for a child. I do pray for who and you daily? For Jen or for Madeline? Immediately after that, I'm thrilled that you're working out again and have a physical outlet for stress. Fuck his physical outlet. I just cannot believe this woman's willingness to slip all this right under the rug. Oh, my poor baby boy. I'm off to feed the curly ones. In another one, they talk about getting the dew claws removed off puppies. They're dog breeders. Pieces of shit. The tone is very different. And if you want to know what we're talking about there, I'm going to show you the other one. Check this out. It's kind of hard to see. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get a hold of all the emails, so I have to find the still screens of them. Excuse me. This is from his dad, Chris. You don't see the commissary and cannot order anything? Question mark. I hope that gets resolved quickly. Do you remember your balance? Jail and prison are not meant to be comfortable. All part of the mental punishment, I guess. Stay positive. Talk with your attorneys. Again, talk with your attorneys. They really want him to spill some imaginary beans, don't they? I keep thinking about how you would not ever rat out a friend. What the fuck? That's the part where I was like, wow. Yeah. Maddie's aunt seemed to be the only one that was sincere. I agree. Jen sounded like she was out to lunch entirely. She is. That's a problem. That's why we say potato here. She was an evil potato because she was just there. She just existed. She did nothing. I refuse to believe even for a second that she pimped Maddie, sex trafficked Maddie, or in any way shared any CSAM. I don't think she did that. I think she indulged this sick freak maybe here and there in some, strange kinks or fetishes. I don't think they're related to Maddie, but I think she made horrible choices as a parent and she neglected that kid and she she trusted this fucking pervert with so many fucking red flags who was mooching off of her, and she made horrible parental choices by not making any choice. Really, she just existed. She did not parent, and that was a problem. She neglected the fuck out of her kid and her kid's needs. She failed to see signs that were very, very visible. She sent them to sleep together. I think that, I don't know if I wouldn't even say she used him to lure. I think that she is so stupid for trusting him. I think that she is extremely naive and possibly has some serious, I bet she has a really fucking low IQ. I'm not even kidding. I really think that she's got some serious issues mentally. Something's going on there to not understand that that's not okay. I don't know, man. I hope she didn't. Maybe you're right, Melanie. I don't know. I hope not. Yeah. And to her, she might have seen Stephan as a dad figure, and it's just so, even if so, you still don't send your teen to sleep in the same bed alone. That's crazy to me. Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. He is a rich kid, dude. I imagine SS's or origami birds, potatoes. Yeah, I can't. She is complicit by fucking neglecting her kid by she sent her in there. You know, can't get over that, dude. She just doesn't seem all there. Yeah, let me put it this way. In the moment, she should have stood up and said, I'm taking my daughter into the room. I have a headache. You stay out here. In the moment, she could have said, you know what? This is definitely over. In the moment, she could have said, hey, Maddie, let's have a talk about what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? Do you want to tell me anything? She didn't do that. Extremely neglectful. And then to send her in that room, I don't know, dude. That's fucked up. She wanted those checks. It's crazy to me. I mean, she might already have agreed to work with them, but you got to remember the amount of data that they have of his, like, of whatever it was he was doing is insanely big. He has a lot. They took a lot. They have to sort through that, confirm that, get it ready for trial. They're likely discussing things with her, you know? She's probably going to get mental health treatment that they've got to work around. We don't know. Yeah, she knew something was up. And I think she chose to ignore it. It's hard for me to come to terms with that, but what is that called? Like willful ignorance, I guess? They were on and off. He would leave and come back to see Maddie. Said that he would show up when, yeah. I wonder if she knew that, dude. See, I don't think it's that far. I'm one of the few people I don't think it's that far because we'd see her in jail. Without a doubt. Even Carla went to jail, even on a plea, because she took part in that abuse. You have to remember, Carla Lord took part in the abuse, filmed it, laughed on camera, and took part in the kill. You know? Like, Carla was a whole next level. I watched Jay calling her all kinds of bad potato words. I couldn't stop. Like, yeah, Jay loves the potato thing. My lad is 13. He's, yeah. Your kid should be everything, and you should know what's going on, and you shouldn't leave them alone with anybody, really. That isn't you, unless you're comfortable with them to the point where you trust them. And I don't care how much I trust you. I would never leave my kid alone with some dude, especially not someone that's not even her dad. Like, it's fucked up. They don't need her. They have his phone. They really don't need it, but you know, yeah, they should charge her for neglect. Absolutely, Melly. I agree. And endangering a child. And I do wonder about like the medication schedules and stuff. Like, what was Jen on, dude? I had a situation with someone, huge red flag. She's disgusted. She has serious illness. Yep. Yeah. It wasn't. But again, like, look at the Rex Human thing, you know? That shit happened for so long and the family was out of town, right? If he was doing this when Jen was at work, that's one thing. But like, she sent Maddie into the room with him. We know that from the docs. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know why she's not in jail already. You know, maybe there's like a clause for intent for negligent manslaughter or what. I'm not sure what they would even charge her with if it was beyond negligence, but it would have to include some sort of manslaughter or murder, right? Everything you're saying is right, but according to Jen's testimony, she sent them upstairs where there are 3 more bedrooms. Only Sterns stated that Jen sent them to a specific room. Okay. I thought they were talking about the dad's old bedroom. Didn't they specify that it was the AKA Stephan's room? Remember, he has his own room that was the dad's old bedroom. I could be wrong. Tell me. And I'm involved, and I will be at the trial, so I'll give the tea for sure. Please do. I want to know, dude. As a parent, I panic. Had a cough. Yeah. Maddie was 13, her own medication, shower herself. Why was Sterns helping her? Yeah. Also, like, if she's taking medication, she's seen a doctor. Has a doctor not noticed something? Yeah, that part also, big time. I brought that up on Duty Ron's too. When she was told this is his, they said she was in denial. That's crazy to me. I hope she's still not in fucking denial. Holy shit. Might wind up with a new name. Yeah, dude. Melly. Allegedly, it started when Maddie was 6, but all they have is proof from 8 and on, I believe. Yeah, and then I was reading back on some of the old ones, and it was a little confusing, but it looked like he might have had content at the time, based on the charges in the 60 counts that reflected a child, I believe, around the age of 5, according to the charge, and she would have been too old. So I'm not sure if it was old information or old pictures that he saved of her, or if it was another child, but it seems like it was just her. It was just very confusing, but I believe it said like a child under X age, and then another one said a child the age of 5 or under. Need to go back and look. Melly's on it though. Don't worry, everyone. Melly's on it. Certainly accessory after the fact. Yes, something. Why would Jennifer cover for him after Madeline was dead if she wasn't complicit? I can't shake. Well, she didn't know that he had done it yet. You know what I mean? According to her, like when they were giving those interviews and stuff. Remember on Duty Ron, I think, or maybe I was just talking. I think I was talking to Jay. It was when Jay was on, or when I was on Jay's channel. My theory was that she was dick drunk, honestly. She was dick drunk. She wanted him back. And he told her up front, like, listen, you know, when Maddie went missing or didn't come home, like, listen, they're going to think it was me. Here's what you got to say, but I swear I didn't do it. I would never do it. And she just believed him because she's a fucking idiot, you know? And I think that she blindly believed him because she was in denial. I truly think that. And then I think when it hit her, she either is so selfish that she stayed in denial, or she was in denial for a little while and maybe she's out now. I don't know. It strikes me as odd, though, that as we see this, you know, they're talking about bullshit, ordering books at the end, but right in the middle, the whole family is willing to stay quiet and let you take the fall for everything. Stay quiet from what? Like, as it, like, they're talking like that, like quiet about what? About him. He's the monster. I don't understand how they're just kind of skipping over the fact that he did a horrible thing and committed a murder. And they're saying that whole family, the dad's in Puerto Rico, the mom and sister weren't there at the house. Like, what is she fucking talking about? This is coded language. When you do that, you are hurting us too. See this? They don't want the repercussions of his actions, and they're guilt tripping him. Basically saying, you better fucking deny, and put all the blame on her so that we don't look like the family of a pedo, which we are. Please get this out of your head. Wait, please get out of your head over this and start talking with your attorneys. As in, rat on Jen. Because remember, the mom is 100% thinking my baby boy had nothing to do with this. Surely this is a mistake. She's in fucking denial. Ironically, every fucking person in this shit is in denial. And then they immediately place the blame on Jen. Now, don't get me wrong. Should be blamed for a number of things. But as far as Jen didn't put her penis in a kid, he did. So the mom just pretending he didn't is fucking wild to me. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they had numbered rooms, right? We're just talking about like the amount of bedrooms. I think there was 3 or 4. Wasn't it 3 upstairs and 1 downstairs? I don't know, Melly, you tell me. I have to go get, that was like 600 fucking pages or something. Oh, that was so long. Or 800. Yeah, she really did fail in every aspect. Why was Maddie allowed to stop taking her medication? That's another thing I'm so confused about. Like, if Maddie was on medication, should have been seeing a doctor, right? How did a doctor not notice any signs? How did the mom not notice any signs? Like, here's the thing, like, again, with Rex, that family was out of town and everything could be done by the time they get back. Like, he's the guy who did that shit a lot, even before his kids were born, apparently. You know, this guy, this dumb fucking piece of shit, apparently did this stuff a lot to Maddie. So while I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt and say, you know, she likely was not aware it was happening directly, I'm not going to say there weren't signs with this one, because you know what I mean? This isn't a victim who was snuffed out or killed right away when this stuff started happening and couldn't speak. This was a little girl who was there, who showed signs with like her actions, her behavior, like of how she was feeling. How did this mom not talk to her? It just blows my fucking mind. He could have been, you know, abusing her. You got $16, Sarah. Oh my God. Congratulations. Yeah, thinking about the room rental, the room rental is fucking weird. I do think that there might be, I mean, we already know there is. He was dating a high school girl who was 14 when he was an adult, right? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's a victim. And also, he has a weird fucking probation thing out of Georgia that transferred in the late 90s. What did he do there? If he threw his semen on people, if that's true, that's a fucking sex crime, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And even if Jen has mental health problems, still, yeah, definitely. Denial, ignorance, willful ignorance, in my opinion. Yeah, and she was an addict. Jesus. That's terrible, little Miss Madhead. He's a liar for what he's a liar what he's told his parents. I mean, his parents can see the records. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they're blaming Maddie and Jen. And that's the thing, is it could be that they are, but regardless, like, this mom is putting no blame on her son. Other than, you're getting us involved, and that's shocking. Like, what about him murdering someone? Numbered rooms. Oh, okay, so they did have them numbered. Shit. That's fucking crazy. His mom has been reading social media and got her ideas from some of the yeah. You see a lot of that too. People scanning Reddit and then putting it on there. Yeah, you think that they're just, yeah. I mean, at this point, like, we still haven't seen her like cry at all. It's fucking wild. And they went to room number 4. So it just says that they went to that room, but not. Yeah, it doesn't say that she told them to. Okay. Doesn't matter. I mean, she sent them off because she had a fucking headache. Aren't the stakes too high in a murder scenario for Jennifer to cover for him unless she's involved? I mean, look, if she was involved and they knew it, she'd be in jail. She's not. So there's something else going on here that is keeping them from charging her, and it likely has to do with probable cause. So what I would do, which I haven't done with this one because it got very overwhelming and they caught him, and like, what am I going to do? Keep dwelling on, oh, they should put her in jail and say that every day for clicks? Fuck no. Everybody's beating this case into the ground already. You know, it's so sad. In an effort to preserve a little bit of her dignity, I only want to update on it once in a while if there's new shit out. These emails are new. I think they're very interesting. And I think that they reek of just horrible people. Just horrible people. All of them. And when I look at this shit, I'm just like, you know, what can we take from what we know? We know she's not in jail. If she committed a crime, she would be in jail, right? So a lot of people take that and they go one of two ways. They go, well, she must be a witness or have a plea or got immunity. And there are other people who go, she must be innocent. I am of the camp where They are probably waiting to charge her for something, in my opinion, but they are trying to get probable cause for a specific warrant, or they need specific evidence and they don't have it yet. Because that is the one thing that seems to keep a lot of cases from going forward when there's a shitload of circumstantial, but they're just missing that one physical piece. They want to be confident, whether it's a statement from a witness or her, or something physical, DNA, an item, something on film. They're probably looking for that if they are to charge her. Because like a lot of you, I don't think that they need her plea. You know what I mean? I just don't think they do. I don't think she blindly believed. I think she knew exactly what was going on in it. And it's what she allowed to keep this trash can. Yeah, I mean, there are those moms, Hudson, which I think you're trying to say. I thought about this too. I agree. There are moms who you can tell them a million times they're not going to listen. You know, they literally choose to like, no, that didn't happen. Like you can tell them your husband is abusing me and they're not going to listen. She could be that person. It seems by what we read, she was she was super neglectful. They don't really answer that question, do they? You know what I mean? It's wild. Yeah, I think that his mom concerns me a shitload. Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. If Jen did something on that, like helped him cover it up, even if it was tampering with evidence, she'd be in jail right now. She could be compelled to testify, sure. But I don't think they need her. So I think the reason she's out is because they're probably hinging it. Florida has some fucking weird laws. We went over them on Duty Ron's channel. They might need something very specific to charge her. And they want to be sure so that they don't have another Casey Anthony, if you will. Why did Jen's mom act so calm at the insurance office when the cops were there? Shows how they felt about Jen and SS, which means people knew or had an idea. They didn't like him. They openly said that on Telemundo, too. They hated him. They thought he was a fucking prick. He wasn't supposed to be there. He wasn't supposed to visit. That was also in some of the documents. He wasn't supposed to be there. They, you know, if you think about it that way, which is what they said, to me, it makes sense why they'd be pissed. I think, but also like you're saying, I think they knew something was going on, which is why they didn't fucking want him there. You know? I mean, they might want her to, but like, again, they don't really need, I mean, they literally have proof of him doing it. I don't think they need it. So the fact that she's out could mean that they're waiting for, here's the thing, when they do Cellbrite, you guys, old Cellbrite would take 11 months to come back. The reason that trials like Karen Reed and stuff freak out when, you know, they're rushed for evidence and it's of the digital nature, that is usually because of how long it takes for a scan, for a thorough rundown. Cellbrite takes on average 11 months for a full thorough one on an older phone, using not the most up-to-date software. On the newest up-to-date software, it might even take a little longer. Now, Stephan shit, when it's an encrypted app and when the Secret Service is involved, there are loopholes around the warrants that we talked about a couple episodes back. And those loopholes enable them to literally just upload data from the provider or from the software holder under his name, especially if he hands them his fucking phone. Anything they can harvest off there, they will. Now, as far as Cellbrite goes, they can rush it. That's why they have so many analysts. And Duty Ed was talking about this, about the different equipment and things that they can use to scan for all sorts of shit. He has a ton fuckload of data. But here's the thing. They were able to find CSAM pretty quickly, which I think they used the loophole to pull from a possible transfer out of Telegram. Just my opinion, but definitely based on the documents, we know it was his Google Docs, which is way fast to get a warrant on comparatively. Google Docs will give fucking, if the FBI's involved, they'll throw it at their face immediately. They shut shit down. They do not want any fucking smoke. So I think when they pulled that and they saw him physically in the act of hurting her, they were like, ding, 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 don't need anything else. And look, comments, ding, ding, ding. Yep. I don't think they need shit, you know? I really don't. You're not getting mean. Don't apologize. You're not getting mean. I'm learning from you, shit. That's exactly what I thought. My case was like that. Chief of police told me the DA probably wouldn't prosecute because not enough evidence for trial. Yeah, same with my case. And they had a fucking ankle monitor that put them at the scene of the crime when I was getting stabbed. Couldn't do shit because they got a lawyer, you know? Now with him, even though he has a lawyer, he gave them his phone. Like an idiot, but thank God he's an idiot. Which also is why I don't think he was doing anything on the dark web anymore. I really don't. I was looking into it. I don't think so. The fact that he did it on Google is so stupid. It's like, okay, he did it on Google. That's crazy. That is wild. That is reckless shit. And he did that because he was dumb. So yeah, I think that them being able to just pull it up right there and see him doing it, that's all they need. They don't even need her to fucking admit. Like, they got times, dates, they got EXIF data, metadata. If he put it on Google, they got the day he uploaded it. If he tried to alter it, if he transferred it, if he sent it to anybody, they have it down to the second. They know when it was recorded. They have a geolocation to where. They know all that. They got all of it. With her, she was not as online as him. It's not going to be as easy. And if she was not physically there in the video, if you don't hear her, and if she has an alibi, that's another thing. All that data they have, all those bits of, think about it this way, every single thing that they have of him, they can go, yes, he was there. We have this. He's in it. He's there. We got it from him. Whether she was there, they got to go watch all that shit, which is a horrifying job. Then they have to see if they hear her, and then they have to prove it. They also have to see, did she have an alibi on this date? And then they have to prove it if she didn't. So imagine that's your job. It's going to take a long time. And I think that's why she hasn't been charged yet. Is because they need to get the evidence that she was involved if she was. If the charge is neglect, they need to get the evidence that she was neglecting, which is the absence of evidence, which is a whole other fucking thing. They're waiting to charge and sentence Stephan. Then they will go after Jay. Yeah, I agree. They could be doing that. And also, ooh, that's a good point, Melly. You little fucking genius bird. If they do that, they can take everything Stephan said in court and all the evidence from that, and it's now open to her trial. And they can use that for her. It did seem like Jen's mom dislikes Sterns, which is why he waited until the party. Yeah. I mean, shit. The video with the aunt or whatever seemed to show some of the family members suspected something. And yeah, I agree with you about Jen testifying. No, I thought about it. Yeah, I agree that that video, dude, it was weird. Like, you only see the one family member go outside to smoke. I'd be fucking chain smoking. He was with Jen for proximity to Maddie, and she knew the entire time. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see her knowing, but I don't think that it was a situation where, well, I don't know, maybe. It is kind of like, I just don't understand how she didn't stop and go, wait, why is this guy so into my daughter? Like, I think in her head, was it like, I just don't see someone going, oh, she loves her father figure, Stephan. The fuck? It's so weird. It really does. I guess, you know, he was a total bum. I just don't get it. I don't get it. He didn't do shit for them. He mooched off them. That's why it's wild. Yeah, I mean, look, I can sit here and I could put up a post every day that's like, Madeline Soto, will Jen be charged? And then freak out about it. I could do it once a week if I wanted to. I could do it once a month even. I'm not going to fucking do that because, like, you know, everybody's fucking flipping out all the time over why is it like, let's just be rational here and think about it. Like, it happened less than a year ago, right? It's terabytes of data, multiple different electronic sources. It is a very, very touchy subject in a place full of fucking pedos. You can't wave a stick without hitting a pedo. They're fucking everywhere. A complex case at that. That was horrifying. That involves a lot of fucking weird people. These fucking whack jobs. And also, it involves a lot of weird data. One minute he's using encrypted shit like Telegram that the drug dealers in San Antonio use. And the next minute he's on fucking Google Drive, just having a time, hamming it out with his CSAM fucking piece of shit. And then there's this weird mom that's just junked out of her fucking mind. Yeah, it's wicked smart. Proving Jen knew is going to be hard. Yeah, that's the thing. It's literally they got to prove intent on something that it's not intentional, right? Ignorance or negligence is hard to prove intent for. It's hard to prove that you intend to neglect because the act of neglecting has no real intent. It's almost bordering on a thought crime. Yes, there is an OSINT for investigating cases book. It's by a man named Basil, and it's in the OSINT freebies part 1 and 2. I think I link it there. It's a great book. I'm going to take this down because we've looked at that dude's trashy ass Ian Watkins face long enough. Yeah, he gave permission. They really don't, because it's also, again, that's part of the loophole, is that he gave permission, but simultaneously he had deleted a bunch of stuff. So to go back and get that, they still needed a warrant, which is why we see warrants in the paperwork. I'm on duties team now. Did I tell? Yes, congratulations, Melly. Aren't you a mod? Aren't you a moderator? Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations to your sister. Yeah. And if you go back and you watch the Telemundo interviews broken down, like, I mean, it seems some of her classmates might have known. But at the same time, Florida has weird fucked up rules. You can know fucked up shit and still not get put in jail in Florida. It's wild. Again, one of the reasons they don't arrest everybody who admits to being a serial killer is because they need proof. You can admit to it, and you could have even been there. But as far as proving that you murdered someone, if there's no body, there are specific pieces. If there's no physical evidence, fuck. Now imagine doing that with something like negligence. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Yeah, I agree. I do think he did that. Now, whether or not she was willing to accept that, or she knew and just didn't care, that's hard to prove. She accepted it to not lose him. Yeah, I think she was really selfish, personally. Just my opinion. I think she's a little bit selfish as fuck. Yeah, bonus dad is fucking gross. Ugh. Send coffee, try turning it. There's no sound, so I'm using the phone. Oh no. Fix the sound. Something about her 13th birthday was significant to Sterns. Well, they'd been broken up for a while. Right? It's not about having low IQ. There are plenty of great people with low IQ. In fact, that's an excuse. He's a reasonable, regular. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about her. Jen, because she's just, the social media stuff I saw from her was just very immature. Like super immature. Like shit that, I don't know, shit that looked like a 12-year-old wrote it. You know what I mean? Like it was just super immature for someone who's a mother. Combined with the constant whining and complaining and victimhood that she put upon herself. And then it would be a lot of like live, laugh, love, mental health, look out for it. I have good days, I have bad days. For him, he's just a fucking, I'm talking about his tech IQ when I'm referring to Stephan. Like, he has low tech IQ. He's not somebody that uses he doesn't know pretty much anything, I think, about maneuvering the dark web or anything. I don't even think he understands how a Tor browser works. He's on a couple of hacking websites where he brings up non-hacking things that are very basic, like coding stuff. And I just don't, I don't see a lot of activity from him, technologically speaking, that indicates that he's good at it. But that he tries and fails a lot. Let's just say that. And he's also like, he takes forever to level up on games, so to speak. There's just a lot of things that he's into also that are just very juvenile, but Jen especially. But typically when I'm talking about their IQ, with him, it's in regards to how he navigates the web and software and accounts for specific websites that require certain levels of knowledge to navigate, and he can't. So he just cancels them. For Jen, it's more like, I just don't think there's much there in her head. She's a potato. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone talk about the relationship between a pedo and the child. You're very conflicted. What do you mean? I haven't seen anyone talk about the relationship between a pedo and the child. You're very conflicted. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, like that's part of the grooming process though, right? Like when you're grooming, or when a pedo is grooming, they entice, it's our little secret is a common thing. In his case, he had the Figgy account where he's like, this is my favorite fig pen, and he's constantly posting about her in a way that, like, I'm so proud of her. Look what she's done. Thank you so much, lady in Boston. That's so nice of you. I'm going to talk to you in a minute. But the Figgy pen thing, like, he's posting about how she painted her first figure, how this is her favorite thing. You know what I mean? Her favorite character. That was also the character on her Instagram. It seems that she's smiling and she's holding this up, and he's like talking about gifting her things. Like, he basically tried to swoon a kid using her favorite toy. It's pathetic that he would do that to a child. And he did it for years to her. And people don't really see that process. It's got to be fucking crazy. You know what I mean? To be a child, to not have your dad around. He's in another state. Not blaming him or anything, but like, then your mom's boyfriend comes along. He's buying you toys. He's taking you to the pool. He works at Disney. Like, I think you're right. I don't think people talk about that enough, to be honest. But thank you so much, lady in Boston. I'm happy I found you. I'm an IS sex specialist by profession, so you make my heart so happy. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. You guys make my heart happy. I like that you guys can talk to each other, like, without fighting. Every time I see y'all, you're all exchanging ideas. It's very nice. Does 13 represent a potential transition into a woman? I see a lot of people talking about that. Scared she was going to tell him what? Sure. We don't go into pregnancy scares just because, like, you know what I mean. But I see what you mean. You're saying scares. But yeah, a lot of people right away were saying the pregnant thing, and it's like, oh my God. But, you know, can't be denied that a scare is a possibility for him. I do agree that it's an age where, you know, a lot of things can happen with young ladies, and we get very emotional, and, you know, he might have just been there to check up and make sure she's not saying anything. But I don't know. It seems like weird, bad timing. It's like, what a fucking piece of shit on her birthday, dude. I mean, it's never okay, but by God, like, on her birthday, dude. Yeah, she's conditioned to accept all kinds of bad behavior. You're probably right, Hudson. Fix the sound, no need for us. Oh, good. Yeah. Also, Melly modded on Duty Run. She's modding on Duty Run. Also, less money for photos since she'd look more womanly at the time. Yeah. I mean, also, like, we don't even know that he sold them. We would have seen a distribution charge. If so, part of me thinks that he was too selfish. I don't know. I've kind of changed my mind on the distribution. I think he was selling his toys. After I looked up how much his figures cost fully painted, holy shit. Yes, that's the one by Mike Basil. That's the one. Seems to be a lot of people way into Disney are very immature. Yeah, and also the Turpin family. Look them up. They were really into Disney. And then the family that drove the kids off the cliff in the van, very into Disney. And Dr. Seuss. Yeah, a lot of people. 12 or 13 is when you start getting your voice. Also, again, people forget on Telemundo, her friends were talking. They were saying shit. It could have also been like, oh shit, you know, she's going to tell her friends. And he also had a history of some weird Reddit history, including substitute teaching. And he had been looking for another job. He had one listing on an apartment rental website for a house that would have netted him at most $2,000. He was not actively working with the home building company that his dad was working for. And he was in the date that he added some of the Reddit groups that he was in, like he started actively communicating in them, was the date that that house got leased, if I remember correctly. And the groups that he was talking in were the ones about substitute teaching. So that leads me to believe he might have been waiting on or attempting to get the substitute teaching position. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Where? I hope not at Maddie's school. Not trying to spread rumors. This is just my thoughts. But very odd, the advice he was giving out. It was just a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of, and he would help her take her nighttime meds. I remember saying that I wondered if he was drugging her or Jen, and got a lot of shit for that. But it's like, damn, you know, that would make sense. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. Yeah, Disney adults are like the kind of like chronically Disney. They'll throw their kids under the bus for Disney. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, she was on Uppers and Down. Yeah, she was on, wasn't she on like something similar to Klonopin and Adderall at the same time? Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like a good mix. I'm an incest survivor. I know the process. Let me teach you this because I love you. Yeah. And they can customize it to their victim. They learn, just like a fucking serial killer will sometimes stalk their prey, or they'll pick out a specific type of victim, someone who's vulnerable. These guys date women with kids. And hell, women do it too now. They date people with kids, and then they learn through the date by talking to the parent what the kid's life was like. And then they get to talk to the kid and hear what the kid's life was like. So they know every facet of it, and they can expose and exploit their vulnerabilities. They can customize it. It's fucking gross. It's so sad. Into anime. Yeah. Some people it's a red flag, you know? Some people are like big anime fans and they're like, hey, how dare you? But it's like, shit, I'm sure some people, luckily me and Dad's boyfriend really like wrestling, so that didn't freak us out at all. We were excited. But like some people see that, they're like, well, fucking red flag, you know? Young black economist, you have a fucking red flag and that is it. Mine is feet. If I see your feet in a picture, nope. I don't swipe anymore. I never use Tinder though. But I think that's just, isn't that, I think they use like the same algorithm. They use all the same coding for like hot or not, pretty much, right? Is it just hot or not? Yeah, an abuse pamphlet. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, there's specific things. And sometimes we don't want people, like if you're a gamer, you might not want to date someone who's also a gamer, because then you're just all gonna be competing all the time, gaming all the time. You want someone some people want someone who's different so they can learn other things. Yeah, some people think his collection is symbolic. I think that it was interesting that he used the same figure that was her profile photo as his profile photo on different mediums or platforms, and then he would openly talk about how this was his favorite. Figgy was his favorite, and he even worked in that section of the park for that character, and it was her favorite. Like, holy shit. That's like working at McDonald's and then the kid's favorite thing on earth is the Grimace. You know, kids don't stand a chance against shit like that. I don't care how old they are. If they're kids, they're kids. You know, I remember going to a church camp and letting them put their hands on me and saving me. Like I was like, sure, put Jesus in my heart, whatever, just because I wanted to go to ice cream Sunday social in the fucking rock climbing wall. I chose a new religion because I wanted ice cream. I don't even like ice cream that much. Kids will do crazy shit for a little bit of acknowledgement or attention, or, you know, to have a secret with someone, to have a friend, to, you know, get to go do something cool for fucking ice cream. You'll literally sell your soul to another religion. I used to work for PJ, and Sterns is a type of fundamental. Wrong with what he does. Yeah, I think he does it. I think he's in denial of himself. Like, he's like, no, I'm not a piece of shit, but he fucking is. Something wrong with him, dude. Sharpens with the all new clothing hangers with the, yeah, it's still mad. Oh my God, they're terrible. Yep. It's a lot. Was she? Jen? They both worked at Disney. Oh, yeah. Disney, if you look up Disney crimes, Disney sex predator, Disney child molester, look that shit up. Hundreds of cases in the last decade. Hundreds of like 12 people arrested, 130 people arrested, 88 arrested. In the part 2 of the conspiracy theories where I talk about the Cox brothers, I show you some of that. And there's a crazy amount of Disney sex scandals. It's really crazy. I got to skip to the bottom, you guys. Oh my gosh. We're all talking to each other. That mom knew more than we will. Yeah. I mean, she lived with them. And she was there, apparently, when he was there. And she told them to go in another room because she had a headache. Fucking terrible. Jen was a sub in Maddie's own classroom once. Damn. So maybe he was trying. Maybe he was trying to be there too. That does not surprise me. Just woke up. Maddie was on Klonopin. Yeah, I don't know. She was on something. Or maybe it was Jen. We were talking about Jen. Jen was on like Xanax and Adderall, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. It was I can't remember, bupropion or something. I'll have to find where I saw that at. I have it in some notes. But yeah, she was on a bunch of different medications. Like Jelaine. Yeah. Oh, look, Pat. Yeah, good point. And see, that's the thing. That's the Carla Homolka-y part. But I don't think Jen was able to pull in much, right? Didn't she only date like 2 guys? What was SS on? He was talking about tranquilizer. Oh, I think he was fucking jacking their meds. Mistropine? I don't know. I got to go back and look at I have that paperwork. It's like reading the fucking bupropion as well, Butrin. Yeah, that might have been one of them. I think it was bupropion. Desperate, low self-esteem. It's addicted and all. Yeah, I know that she was getting rides. Well, according to the old roommate in 2018, she was getting rides to a clinic to get freebies in addition to the already prescribed medication she got from the doctor. Seroquel. Maybe. I'm never telling what I would do for a horse. Yeah, exactly. Somebody offers you a pony. Fuck. Okay, I'm in the van. You know, kids are dumb. We're dumb when we're kids. Oh my God. I would love to get into more updates. Everyone's going to be so pissed, and this is so crazy of me, but we're going to put off the Google Trends thing. We have to. I made a promise and I broke it. I'm a bad dad, you guys. But I think we got into a lot more today than we intended. We talked a little bit about Karen Reed. We talked a little bit about Eric Mays. We got into the Skyler Neese stuff. Went and showed you how to use Wayback Machine again. Eric Mays, yes. Stefan's emails. I do want to direct you guys to the Discord because we're on the Henry stuff with the apology line, and the kids found something. Was it you, Walk Among the Tombstones? One of y'all found this and put it in Discord. And this is the colorized version of the bat from Henry Bedard Jr.'s crime scene. And you can see the obvious scratching out, the etching on the end of the bat. You can see burnt characteristics on the end. This tells a whole ass different story than we had before with the black and white picture of the bat. Okay? And we're seeing blood. It is a lot. This is something that your dad has never seen before after lots and lots and lots of studying this shit for a long time. And it was found by one of you kids. You would absolutely not know that it was burnt from the black and white pics. Absolutely. It changes fucking everything. It tells us a couple of things, that somebody either stayed after or was there before burning this. They probably had a lighter, which tells me could be a smoker. And they sat there and they did that. It tells you that they destroyed this for a reason, because this could lead to who did it, right? Also, what did they scratch out right here? This specific part. Why? The one imprint you can barely see. In the other picture, the one really fucking matters. It's very visible, and it actually looks kind of mixed in. But to see this tells us that this is important. Before, people are like, he could have got the bat anywhere. What if it's Henry's bat? Well, we've also been through this in the group. I'm pretty sure everybody's gotten to the point that I got to, which is, hell no, this does matter. I've never seen the colorized photo, and it really changes things because it makes this matter more. More. The apology line, potential Bernie, led us here. Now, at this point, do we still think Henry is the victim of Bernie? Is Bernie his real name? Could be, couldn't be. Either or. But we're balls deep in it, and we're trudging forward. And regardless of if he is or not, we're going to keep looking at Henry. We're going to keep looking at the case. I'm so glad that you and Tombstone started listening to the apology line. That is the podcast I talked about in that episode, The Wife. She dug up his old pics. Yes, that is real. And here's the thing. The apology line. You haven't gone back? Go back and watch that first episode, Sarah. It's going to blow your mind. What you're looking at is the bat from Henry Bedard Jr. It was a case that we started looking at based on a caller from the apology line, a phone number in the 90s that you could call to apologize. And it was an art project started by a guy named Alan Bridge. And here's what we'll do, because here's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to send you, Sarah, back to one of the earlier episodes. But I wanted to move on last time we listened. Hold on, let me get adjusted, because we're about to listen to some shit. You're about to hear some shit. Give me a second. I'm going to show you how we got to the bat. But basically, this is an old podcast of a collection of tapes from an art project called The Apology Line, where a man named Alan Bridge had people call in based on flyers that he put up all over New York with a phone number where they could anonymously call in and apologize for whatever they've done without any bullshit. You know what I mean? Without being judged, without being criticized. Eventually it turned into Howard Stern without the guests. It was just a lot of back and forth because Mr. Apology, much like Vince McMahon became a character in the WWF and then all of a sudden was in it, Mr. Apology was in it. He started communicating back with the callers via voicemail. And I'm talking when you used to leave a message. At one point, they put up a bunch of phone booths for an installation where people could go put the phone up to their ear and they could hear people's apologies. Because he recorded them all and played them back. And he would say, you know, at a time to be given later, at a date and time and place to be announced. And people would go and they would listen in groups to these apologies. And then sometimes they could tune into a radio station and do it. Mr. Apology died after he had been discussing, threatened by, and after he himself hunted a serial killer for years that would call in. Simultaneously, there are lost episodes that his wife found of people apologizing for killing all sorts of people, doing all sorts of horrific things, horrible, horrific things. One of them was a guy we call Bernie, who called in to admit that he molested his cousin Luis, beat his neighbor Henry to death with a bat. Or his neighbor, I think, was Luis. Yeah. Henry was a kid in his school who made fun of him for having big ears. And he beat him to death with a rock. But he hesitates when he says rock. And he gives specifics while hiding his name with the word Bernie. He slips up. But a lot of people, including me, think that's not his real name. No, it's not. We get it, Bernie's, you hilarious bitch. That's so funny. God damn it, Sarah. Anyway, the way he describes it, we pull out context clues. And as a group, we started looking for Henry because I told them that's what I've been trying to do for years. So I cannot get my focus off of this Henry thing. Like, who is this kid that he's talking about? And I showed you guys the one Henry I was able to find that fits this guy's apology. We've been hunting for clues to see if it lines up with anything. Another guy, the one that threatened Apology, threatened to kill him. Mr. Apology ends up with a cop going to look for him. They got thrown off thinking he was a guy named James who had once been in trouble for planting a pipe bomb. But the description of what he does and then the apologies given afterwards and the communication with Mr. Apology, all of that ended with him, Mr. Apology, Alan Bridge, getting hit by a jet ski over there, not too far from Gilgo, an hour or two up the road on a beach over there, and dying. And what's crazy is the serial killer told him, I was a serial killer, describes what he does, threatens to kill him. And the guy also focused on young gay men, which Mr. Apology was not. But after his death, years later, another guy was caught who really fits the description. And the guy did go by Richie, which happens to be the name of the serial killer who was killing young gay men, including one outside of a specific place that's mentioned when the caller gets pissed off at Apology. And he says, you know, I'm going to kill because of you. And he does. He says that weekend. He gives a description, and he even gives a slight version of a name that ends up being pretty dead ass the same date as the serial killer who eventually got caught, named Richie. And I have reached out to a few people to get in touch with the officer who was helping Mr. Apology to see if he ever got any follow-up on it, because last they state, they didn't. He was taken off the case. He was kind of doing a secret case on his own. But when he retired, he had no longer had access And then when Mr. Apology died, then what? So I'm going to play you the moment Richie comes into play. And it's an episode called Episode 3, Your Dungeon or Mine, on the apology line. I'm going to play you guys out on this. And I hope you enjoyed this. This is probably going to blow your mind a little bit. I do want to tell you ahead of time, just to save you the afternoon of looking, that there is a possibility that the Richie could be James, who they thought he was, or he could be this guy named Richard Rogers, who was a nurse at Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan, lived in Staten Island, and was not a banker, like described, but had a lot in common with this caller, like a lot. So, after you listen to this, I want you to go look up Richard Rogers, the serial killer from New York, and tell me what you think. Keep in mind also the dates on this, even though they, the ones that we listened to with Henry were listed the lost tapes from 80 to 81. Some of them were from the mid-90s. So that would explain why Bernie sounds a little older. Found that out recently. Want to give you that update for sure. But also, Richie was never really concluded. So this is the second case on all the apology line stuff that fascinates me. Since we're so deep into Henry, I figured may as well toss this in the mix, right? Make the kids real crazy. Anyway, I love you guys so much. You're the best. You're the best kids ever. Thank you so much for being so supportive of your dad and kind. Thank you so much for validating me on unclaimed.org and letting me know that it helped. Thank you so much for paying attention. Yes, he could have actually meant, Bernie says it's 1981, but he could have meant since 81. Yes, but also some of those calls are from early, but they go up to the mid-90s, by the way. So, you know, it's difficult. Yes, the Queen Anne is going to be on later. We love Queen Anne. Don't go for smokes and never come home. I will never come home. Listen to me. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for everybody who clicks like and subscribes. And even if you don't, thank you for listening to anything you listen to from me. Don't worry, we will talk about trends. It just takes a long time because I have to show you a lot of stuff with that. It's a lot, but we'll do that next time. I promise. Dad's promises are worth doo-doo. All right, here we go. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. I hope you learned a lot. And, you know, this way, if it gets copyright stricken, then we can just end right here. Okay. God bless. Get the best. Go live your lives. Think about Creed at the Super Bowl that year. How great was that? Love you, kids. Love yous. Goodbyes.
And then...
Apology. This is Richie.
A familiar voice.
I am very sorry to see Apology stop.
It had been a little over a year since Richie's last call.
I've always thought of you as a friend, and I say that because I have few friends. There was a certain freedom of talking to you. Let me also say that everything I told you is true. Believe that or not, it's true. I have continued my sport, my hobby, whatever you like to call it, my perversion, I suppose. It comes, I notice, in waves, sometimes more strong or stronger than other times. There are longer periods between actions. And then sometimes I will catch up, as it were, and find the urge so strong that I need to do it more often in a shorter period of time, a couple in 1 month maybe, or a few in 2 months. And then I will go 2, 3, 4 months without doing anything. I have found your line a great comfort to me. For some reason, I don't understand everything, of course. I have found it a great comfort to be able to talk when I wanted to know that you were there, which interests me. I'm serious when I said I think of you as a friend. I would really miss you if you went off the air. Life goes on.
Richie's reappearance pulled Alan right back in.
Our relationship will certainly figure large in whatever book I write. One question that occurs to me since I'm winding down this project is directed to you, and that is, has this project in some way helped you? Now, I know that it has made you feel that you've had someone to talk to out there, and that I'm sure has made you feel better. And actually, I have enjoyed our conversations, and they certainly have been challenging. But do you think that it's helped you in any more philosophical sense? Naturally, the first objection that people raise with this service is that it permits people to apologize, makes them feel a bit better so they can just go ahead and go out and do what they've been doing and not be so burdened by guilt. And do you think that this service has